What do you mean? Dude, Twitter is always giving me freaking problems, I swear, dude. This whole you can't tweet this, you've reached your action for the day bullshit when I haven't even done it and all I gotta do is refresh the website and all of a sudden, boom, it's perfectly fine. So it's like, what is the point in the first place? I don't even know. Anyways. Wow, that's a mess. I didn't realize that looked like bad. Hello, gamers. Womp, womp. But you know what? You know what, air traffic? Womp, womp yourself, buddy. Yeah, do you ever think of that one? How goes it, dude? Have you found your Charmander yet? Hope charming they mander. What's up, Caleb? Comment, welcome in. I am late. But, I got nothing to say. I'm just late. So, how are you guys doing today? No, who cares about that? We got shiny hunting to do. Who cares, ladies and gentlemen? The only thing we care about is shining our hunts up. You're Oshawaves. Don't be silly. Oh, you're so right. Of course. I can't be late if I'm Oshawaves. These are cool. I wasn't sure if I did these right. I mean, I'm only on like an 80 chain, but it's not that bad now that you get to the chain of 11, right? Alright. Hope you're doing great today. Caitlin, welcome in. Hello. RDM, Artemis, Star Khalib, the one and only comment. Hope you're doing great. Hello as well. Positive welcome on in, and I suppose a hello to air traffic is also due. Dramatic sigh because I'm a little drama queen. Why does my camera feel like it's not right? Let me be clear. Okay, let's not ruin anything. Let's just do that. Hopefully that fixes it. Ah, okay, that's better. Cool, that's better. Cool. Also, yo, I want to talk about a comment I got yesterday. Or I got a couple days ago on YouTube really quickly. Because I feel like it's necessary for us to talk about it. I would really like to talk about it, in fact. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Oh, I'm logged into the wrong account. Oopsies, in it. Hope you guys are doing great today, though. Happy Monday. New day of the week, yippee. Chat, do you guys like Mondays? Are you guys certified Mondayers? Or do you guys think Monday stinks? Anyways. This person commented. You know what? Let's read it together, actually. Let's go and let's read this lovely YouTube comment together. Because I think it was very kind-hearted. Zoom in a little bit. Cool. They said, and I quote, I cannot get over that yee ass mop on your head you call a haircut. I get it. You're a gay man. That's fine. And your fashion is different because of it. But different doesn't necessarily have to equate to bad. Just get a good haircut, brosiv. That, and you're grossly overleveled for everything. Okay, I just wanted to read it. That's all. I just wanted to read it. I just wanted to read it. That's all. You know, I don't have anything to say to it. I just wanted to read it on stream. Smile. I don't like that because I have to work. You don't like Manders because you have to work? Yo, what's up, Vash? How's it going, homie? Welcome in, dude. Welcome. It's okay. I run away after the first ball sometimes. I get angry when they get broken or when they break out. I mean, like, that's fair. But why not just try again? You know what Mr. Nick A30 once said? Never back down, never what? I'm sure you know what comes next. I hope you know what comes next. Also, I just need an encounter because I've ruined the split. I did it. Also, we're not phasing today. Fun fact, the rumors are true. We're actually not phasing today. That is not happening. We aren't finding anything that we don't want. We are either getting Duosion and or Ralts, if not both today. The rumors are true. I've confirmed the rumors. I'm also the one who started spreading the rumors. But they are in fact true. There will be no phasing. And speaking of no phasing, I feel like I sleep too much. And you're like, what the hell is, what's the correlation there? I feel like when I wake up and I sleep for 8 hours, I wake up and I don't feel like I slept at all. Like I feel so unfazed. Smash like. By the fact that I just slept for 8 hours. Like it feels like an in-sleep period every single time I wake up. Like 8 hours doesn't feel enough. And I can never get myself to get out of bed, dude. I can never. Are they in sync? No. I thought they were. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Rare epic Easter egg. But no. I just can never get myself out of bed. I simply can't. No matter what I do. I woke up at 11. And then I was like, I was watching somebody stream Ironmon on TikTok for about 20 minutes. And I just passed out. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let it play. And I'm just going to close my eyes. I'm going to envision what he's talking about. And the next thing you know, wham! It's 2 p.m. and I just woke up. So I did sleep in today. Absolutely. Unintentionally. And I even thought to myself, I was like, should I set an alarm in the instance I do fall back asleep? But I was like, no, I'm not going to fall back asleep. I don't need the alarm. And I was out within 5 minutes of thinking that. So, wasn't the most poggest of jams. But I get the same quality of sleep every day because my cat wakes me up at 6 a.m. every day. So you have like you got like a built-in alarm with your feline. Maybe that's the meta. Maybe I got to get myself a cat that wakes me up at 6 a.m. every day. I feel like I get long amounts of sleep, but the quality of my sleep isn't high. And I don't know why that is. Because I do very, very much so believe that you should get your 8 hours of sleep. I'm like, yeah, dude, 8 hours of sleep, very important. But then I get my 8 hours of sleep and it feels like I slept for 3. Not even 3. So it's like, is it really that important if it's not even working? And then it's like, do I just not eat anymore? I don't know. I'm just very tired. I be sleeping a lot. Thank you for that like comment. Appreciate it, homie. Also, cheers. Morning coffee. Blink. I'm not hitting my camera out of fear of knocking it over. It's too good. Coffee is too good. Dude, I'm still going schizo. I swear, every time I look over, every time that Rodon blinks, his eyes look orange. The schizo arc is real. Every time. I really believe it. Every single time he blinks, I think it's orange, and I want to click on it. And then I get into a battle. But... And then I look back at the clip, because I scream at the top of my lungs that I'm not crazy. And then everyone's like, yeah, it's actually blue. You're just colorblind. And then I just feel really stupid and dumb. I mean, which isn't much, and truthfully, that's nothing new. I do always often feel stupid and dumb. But... Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. So we're gonna get 1,000 encounters a stream. Give or take. I can't believe we got 2 yesterday, honestly. We got pretty damn lucky getting 2 yesterday. But... I wonder if today's the day we don't get a shiny. Because, you know, we don't reach odds every stream. Or no, we didn't get a shiny the first stream, right? We didn't get a shiny day 1? No, we didn't. Cool, okay, so actually... I lied, we've already done our stream with no encounters. I just hope it's not another gumshoes. Thank you for the shine like big boy, I appreciate it, homie. I'm not stupid, just ditzy. Honestly, retweet. I would like to retweet this chat. Ditzy definition. Silly or scatterbrained, typically used of a woman. Oh, wait, does that mean if I claim the word ditzy that I'm a woman? I think, like, you know what? I get called gay enough that it's kind of fine. Not even in, like, a bully way, per se. Evie! See, that is something I would love to phase on. I would be totally okay if I accidentally stumbled upon E-boy. Because... I'd just be cool. That would be super cool. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, am I using normal repels? I feel like the left repel is going off a lot more than the right one. Did we ever unban Eevee? I did the soda stream. Or maybe I am only saying that to trick you, and Eevee is forever permanently banned. The world may never know until Eevee chipes in chat and tries to find out. That is such a peak emote. I love the way my emotes are now, but if they weren't the way they are now, I would 100% use Mystery Dungeon emotes. 100%. I love Mystery Dungeon, like the little emoticons or whatever you want to call them, the little icon things. I love those so much. Like a part of me wishes I used my emotes, like the emotes I use were just Oshawott emotes. Or like the Oshawott icons from that one Mystery Dungeon that has Gen 5 in it. It wasn't Super, because Super had Megas. Whatever one was out for Gen 5. That's that is actually the most recent Mystery Dungeon I've played. I didn't finish it, and it was years ago, but I remember I actually enjoyed it a decent bit. Dude, my back is so sore. So incredibly sore. I don't think I slept well last night. If the of the 11 hours of sleep wasn't already enough proof. Bam, bam. Only half? Yeah, I played about, I would say around half too. I'm pretty sure like I recall one of my Pokemon being like level 40. Maybe 30. Which I think is around the halfway point. Maybe like a little bit more than half, but... Yo, what's up, ISO? How we doing, homie? Hello, hello. Welcome on in, dude. Happy Monday. How art thou? I'm very excited for the near future, though. I got lots of work that I got to do. I will say that yesterday was super fun because I had to do Malawada again, and I spent 37 minutes. I'm going to leak this. It took me 37 minutes to catch one singular Pokemon, so that was really fun. Not hunting it, I mean 37 minutes of just throwing balls consecutively at it. So that was really fun. I had a blast yesterday, to say the least. But I'm almost done. I'm almost done the first section. That is the I like to say. I'm almost done the first section of the Professor Oak, which is pretty sick. And then I feel like the rest of the game will be like a lot easier and smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover kind of deal. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna stalk the website for ZA pre-orders. Yeah, you gotta let me know when you do what the pre-order bonus is. You are entitled with, are you entitled? No, you are tasked with informing me on what the pre-order rewards are. All of them, including the in-game one where you get free 5 Pokeballs and a potion. Because those Pokeballs and a potion make the difference. Alright? I wonder how items are gonna work in battle. And if you even can use items. I'm doing it through the Pokemon Center, so the sitting cuties. So yeah, you either get a Chikorita, a Totodile, or a Tepig sitting cutie, right? That's how that works. That is le lore. Right now, excited for a Switch 2 arrives. What are you gonna play first? Is the question. Yeah. I wanted to. Is it gonna cost more through the center? Is it going to cost more? Because of the fact that you get a Totodile with it, or is, or no? I don't think so. The only reason I'm asking is because you're gonna be putting it through Pokemon Center. You know, instead of just normally. But through Pokemon Center makes more sense than normally because I always wonder that, like, if I put it on my Switch directly, then how the hell would they get my Addy? So if you do it through the Pokemon Center, that actually kind of answers that question. You have to put your Addy in for checkout. That's kind of cool. And the plush is random? Yeah, I think that's really cool. You get a random sitting cutie. Tepig, sitting cutie. Okay, Tepig sitting cutie, Chikorita sitting cutie. I want to look at them all really quickly. And Toto. Totodile's the coolest. I'm gonna be real. Totodile is definitely the coolest of the 3. I usually get it always online at midnight, so I have to wait a little bit. Yeah, I think the other thing too that I gotta wait for is I gotta wait before I pre-order. Is when you pre-order it digitally, sometimes you can get access to it a day sooner. Like they did that for Scarvy. I remember like there was a trick where if you had like it wasn't a Danish Nintendo account or it was an Irish Nintendo account or something, you could play the game early. And as a content creator, why would we have to do that? I don't have a freaking choice. Well, I mean, I don't have to do that, but I want to do that. Because I want to be the first person on the planet to get the Pokemon Legends ZA, the movie video out. I want to get it out. I'm too scared they're going to brick my system. I don't think they'd brick your system over that. Can they do that? Is that a thing they can do, is brick it? I'd have to look into it. I've never heard it. I don't think so anyways. Like, I understand why, but I think they can. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then maybe I don't do that. If that's the case, then maybe I don't want to do that anymore. Maybe all of a sudden I don't care about my professionality. That's not epic. That's okay. I'll just like wake up. I'll wait until the official North American release. Just because I'm not about to go buy 2 Switch 2s. Bam, bam, bam. I mean, like, if they can, they absolutely can now, thanks to the new Nintendo update, where they mentioned like bricking. Right? Like, I don't really entirely remember. I'm pretty sure like the reason that they made that was just to cover their asses legally, so they can't get sued if they brick your system. But now that also opens the gates to more bricking. But you know, it's not the end of the world, I think. A trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Switch 2 has been released on the Nintendo app today. Yo, wait, hold on. I want to watch this. Yo, wait, hold on. I want to watch this. Hold on. Hold on. We're watching this. Let me move my face cam really quickly. I want to watch this. Hold the phone. I'll just go up here. And I'm just going to hide chat. Chat! Become clear! Hold on. Is there a... Can I get a higher quality, hold on. So we can go to YouTube and find it, because Twitter compression is just so garbage. Pokemon Scarvy Switch 2 trailer. Wait, is this...
We finally have footage of Pokemon Scarlet and...
I don't want to hear you talk over it, no offense. I just want to watch it. I just... want to watch, whatever, you know, if it's just that, then it's just that. That's fine.
We finally have footage of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet running on Nintendo Switch 2. And guess what? The frame rate is way better.
Do you talk the entire time? Okay, this is what I wanted. It's crazy how different they look. Like, look how many Pokemon are on this screen, dude. Oh my god. Hold on. Where's my face? I gotta shrink my face cam. I'm gonna move myself over here, actually. Look how many Pokemon are on this screen. How many what? Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's even more over there that wasn't even in the screen. This game is in the left one's in 60 FPS. That's the thing. The left Scarvy runs in 60 FPS.
Yeah, that smoother frame rate sure is not.
Yeah, I don't want it. No offense. I don't want to hear commentary on it. I don't want to hear your commentary on it. No offense.
Crop view. And stick around afterward for one odd thing I noticed.
Wow. Dude, that game on the left looks so nice. I guess the 60 mon. No, it'll probably be like 26. Like, that's insane. You guys think Shiny Hunting's easy now? You got no idea, bro. You got no idea. Picnic method just got a fat buff. That's so cool. Do they even make you pay 30 more bucks? No, I remember reading, aren't they making it so if you have Scarlet and Violet on the Switch, you can upgrade it to the Switch 2 version for free? I feel like I remember hearing that. Okay, well now you got me curious. What's this weird thing you talked about?
on Nintendo for sending us a high quality footage from Nintendo today. Make sure to give them a follow if you haven't already via the link in the description below.
True.
Now, as for that odd thing I noticed, well, it actually involves a final battle scene, as I actually had to edit the footage on Switch 2 to stay in sync with the Switch 1 footage, because the Switch 2 footage ended up falling behind compared to the Switch 1, and I'm not 100% sure why this is.
That is really weird, and the reason that's really weird is because usually the higher the FPS, the slower the faster the game. And what I mean by that, when I run my 3DS games, when I up the speed of the game, like when I use speed up, all speed up does is increase the frame rate. That's all it does. So if I'm running at 200%, that is taking the game from 30 FPS to 60. That's all it does. It just doubles the frame rate. So the fact that this frame rate is doubled, but it's slower, is really interesting. Because if it's slower, well, no, I guess no, actually, no, that does make sense. If it's slower, they added more frames. All that means is they added more frames for the animation.
My best guess is that on Switch 1, the game is straight up skipping frames at some point.
Yeah, if it's skipping frames on the Switch one, that would also make sense. If it's skipping on this game, that's not there. Or they added frames. But adding frames seems a lot less likely than
happen on Switch 2.
The Switch one's skipping frames.
It's a relatively minor detail that, as far as I can tell, will only benefit Switch 2. But there you go. That's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet running on.
Wait, but I wonder if that means that what does that mean for speed running? Does that mean it'll be more optimal to speed run on the Switch 1? Because the Switch 1 skips frames? Like every single Terra animation is already gonna add like, what's the difference here?
Switch 2 compared to Switch 1. Let us know what you think of this in the comments below. And with that, thanks for watching.
Half a second. But when you think about all the times you have to fight a terrestrialized Pokemon, every gym leader, every rival fight, the champions, and just those alone, that's not like a whole lot, but that's like 10 seconds, give or take. That's 10-ish seconds, which makes a difference in a speedrun. I really do wonder what that means for speedrunning. But that looks cool. It does look pretty. It does look very nice. I am very intrigued to see that. I'm not gonna get my I don't have a Switch 2 pre-ordered, so damn, but watching that makes me want to. If only I did my Professor Oak now. Why? No, my footage is gonna be so outdated now and people aren't gonna watch anymore. No. It's like making a Game Boy video during the 3DS era. Oh, I'm so cooked. Deadass, yeah, I remember hearing something about that. I 100% remember hearing something about free upgrades, so you don't have to re-buy the game. Because when they first announced that the Switch 2 version of Scarby is coming out, that is actually the first point I made. When I remember we were talking about that on stream, the first point I made is, well, on the PlayStation, on the Xbox, if they have a game that's on the older PlayStation, for example, a PS4 game that you can play on PS5, you have to re-buy the game. And then I remember chat being like, no, there's this free upgrade. So, but I think what the free upgrade is going to entail is that you can't play Scarby on your Switch 1 anymore. I think what that means is on the Switch itself, because you're upgrading your copy, you won't be able to access your old copies. So if you wanted to play Scarby again on your Switch, you would have to re-buy it. Not that there's really a reason you would want to go back and play on your old Switch, but only games that have extra functionality cost extra upgrade. Extra functionality, like what? If it's go to a Delta time, then they're the same speed no matter what, but if it's no Delta time, then it's frame dependent. Then I'm guessing most 3DS games aren't Delta time, because if I just up I'm just gonna up my left game right now, speed. Max, yeah, now it's running at 120 FPS, whereas the one on the right is just hard cap 30. So I'm guessing the old 3DS games are absolutely not Delta timed then. I think I said that right. I also just scuffed the QR scanner time, so that's pretty cool. I think so. That's free, Zero will have 2 payable versions. That would make sense. That would make sense. Only because, well, ZA is meant to be a Switch 2 game. It's meant to be a Switch 2 game, so, you know. That doesn't surprise me if ZA, like, if you can buy a cheaper version of the game for the Switch, with, like, I don't know what the difference will be, but that does make sense. Made a really good decision with getting physical Scarvy with DLCs. I don't know how the physical copies work, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how physical copies work, guys, so I don't know. That is another thing. So you might actually be cooked. Small chance. I'm not saying that's the case, but there is a chance that you won't be able to upgrade your physical copy. Because, like, to upgrade your physical copy, I feel like you'd have to just switch out your physical. Unless, like, they make it so retailers have to accept old copies and replace them with new copies, like. But I don't think retailers would be okay with that. Like, I don't think if I am selling, as a game company, like EB Game or GameStop, am selling games, I don't think I would be okay with having a company make me 3 years after selling their games, accept everybody to take their games back and then give them new copies. Because all of a sudden you're gonna have a large, a giant stock of old copies, used old copies, and like, good luck selling those, bro. Good luck selling those. Upgraded my graphics card from an RTX 3050 to an RTX 9070. Damn! And I gotta ask, how big of a difference does it make, Gengar? Also, thank you for the follow, dude. What's up, Scooby? What's good, homie? Games like Zelda have extra stuff and make use of the new features. Oh, yeah, I don't play it. I'm gonna be honest, the only Nintendo game I play is Pokemon. Right? And like, sometimes I play Mario, but like, that's very rarely. Damn, throw back to Mario. I forget about that guy sometimes. That guy was such a huge part of my childhood. I played so many Mario games as a kid. Like, I used to play every single one, actually. Every single Mario game that was out there, I would play. I just kind of grew out of it. I grew out of it when Mario Maker came around. That was the time that... Not even that killed Mario for me. It was just... That's when I just stopped playing. Because the side-scroller just wasn't enough for me anymore. But that game will forever have a special place in my heart. I always go digital because I lost my cards of Super Mario Odyssey and Mario Maker 2 that way. Ooh. Yeah, if you buy them digitally, you can never lose them. Unless, like, your account gets hacked. But it's a lot less likely that your account gets hacked than losing a physical cartridge. So very valid. Very, very valid. It's nice. What games do you be playing, Gengar, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what? And then my next question to follow up that is, how big of a difference do you notice, if at all? I love physical media. I love actually owning my games. That's how I am with older games, like 3DS games and stuff. I feel like I just heard a boop. Like a beep. With 3DS games and stuff, absolutely. It wasn't until Switch games I was like, okay, I don't want physical cartridges anymore. And I still have, like, a few, but... I think it's just because I don't like Switch games. I just don't like the way the chips look. That's just, like, a me thing for sure, but... And also convenience. I don't, like, you know... And especially now that they're gonna be cheaper to buy them digitally. What's it called? It's a lot more convenient to just buy the digital game. However, that being said, I 100% agree with 3DS games. 3DS and DS games, completely different story. I never bought any digital DS games, ever. Oh, they're synchronized. I think the Scarvy cartridges will just update when you put it in. Like, the DLC version of the cartridges for Scarvy and Switch don't actually have the DLCs on. They just tell you constantly you can download them. I could see that being the case. However, the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, so you can play Switch 1 games on it. And I also want to reiterate, if you play Switch 1 Scarvy on Switch 2, it's not going to be Switch 2 graphics and stuff. It's going to be Switch 1. It is going to perform the exact same as a Switch 1 game. Maybe a little bit more consistent, but it's not going to be 60 FPS, just for context. To get 60 FPS Scarvy, you need the Switch 2 version. So that's the only reason why I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be the case. We'll have to wait and see. Because I can put... I don't know what game's going to be on the Switch 2, but I could put Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee on my Switch 2 And it'll play Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, even though it's a Switch 1 game. It won't perform any better. It's the same thing with like PlayStation 5 version. I've noticed from like I keep using PS5 because I only use PS5. I don't know Xbox, but on PS5 I can play PS4 games, but they don't run at PS5 standards. Like the PS5 can run 120 frames per second FPS, but if I play a PS4 version of a game on the PS5, it's not performing at 120. It's performing at the PS4 limitations, which is 60. I guess I'll play it on the PS5, and it might run smoother because the PlayStation 5 is a more powerful system, but it's still gonna run what's at the same limitations of a PS4. And that's gonna be the case for Switch games. That is going to be the case. That is the only reason why I'm like, that might not be the case for physical upgrades. The other thing too is you might be able to plop it in, and then it might prompt you to upgrade your game. I'd be like, do you want to upgrade your game? And if that's the case, absolutely hell yeah. However, I could also see a reality where that's not the case, because it is a physical game, which means you can update a physical game wirelessly through the internet, right? You have a physical copy, you can still update the game. So they would have to do that. They would have to update every physical cartridge to trigger the prompt to upgrade the game. But then also, that could also cause confusion in the sense of hold on. Get a full face cam for this. Okay, it's not focusing. Shut up my shitty ass face cam. This is Nintendo Switch, right? It doesn't say Nintendo Switch 2. So if I were to just say this is Scarvy and this just upgraded to Switch 2, that would cause confusion in the sense of, well, it's a Switch 1 cartridge, but it's a Switch 2 game. You know what I'm saying? And that would be like, what? And like, maybe they just don't care about that. Maybe that's not a big deal. Because realistically, it isn't a big deal, but I could see the argument of confusion being made there. I'm not saying that is going to be the case, but I'm saying there is a chance. I could see a reality where the physical cartridges don't get updated, or cannot be upgraded. Don't get updated. What is Barry yapping about? That being said, I could also see an instance where they do. Like, they could go either or. It is not guaranteed, is the point I'm trying to make. It's not guaranteed, whereas with digital cartridges, or digital copies, sorry, it is going to be guaranteed. Because with the digital copies, you just go to the eShop and you just upgrade it for free. Because you already have the little tick on your account that, you know, tells the eShop that you've purchased this game. I don't know. And I guess the other thing too that would kind of make the physical copy thing be kind of freaky is that means at any point you could get switched. I guess if they're the same price, so it doesn't matter. If that is the case, though, I would just like to say, if that is the case, then you can get Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2 for like a lot cheaper, because you just have to buy a used Switch 1 copy. Like they would never, or you would never want to buy Scarvy on the Switch 2. If you can upgrade a digital I'm saying that backwards. If you can upgrade a physical copy, there would be no reason to buy a Switch 2 copy, period. Because I could just go buy a used Scarlet and Violet copy for 60 bucks, or I guess 60 bucks Canadian, so like 40, 50 bucks USD, and then I get Scarvy on the Switch 2. Because I just put it in my Switch 2, upgrade the copy, good to go. So actually, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of in favor and hoping that they do make it so you can upgrade digital copies, because that would be really cool. Not that it matters, because I already have both, but that would be very convenient for fans, especially in a modern era where they're upping the price of video games. Anything, you know, that's against corporate greed. Or anything that skamazes the corporate greed. But on 22nd of July? That's when upgrades come out? Is we in predicts? No. No dick shall be freed today. Wait. Wait, that's when the upgrades come out, Sam? The upgrades don't come out on launch? Oh, 1%. Oh, no. There's no way that they wouldn't. Hey, so here's your Switch 2, but you actually can't upgrade your game for 3 months. I don't think they would do. Well, not 3 months, but like a month and a half. I don't think they do that. I feel like we'll know as soon as the Switch 2 comes out, which is like 3 days, right? Oh, actually, by the way, hey Siri, text spawn location. Any word on Switch 2? Question mark. It drops in 3 days, so I'd like to know sooner than later. Right, it's June 5th.
Would you like to change it?
I typed in Switch 2, not onto. Switch 2. It drops in 3 days, and I would like to know sooner than later. Cool. My mother knows a guy. That's what I'm gonna say. My Mimon knows a guy who might be putting me on a cheaper Switch 2. Plug. Actually, I want to look at Walmart Gaming because they have like updates on the Switch too. I think it's funny that Walmart Gaming has their own Twitter account, by the way. Officially, we have a limited amount of consoles to order online. June 5th. Cool. Yeah, well. I don't see why they would sell Scarvy specifically for the Switch 2. Someone on Reddit messaged Nintendo support and they said the updated cartridges are just Switch 1 cartridges with the updated code. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. The updated cartridges are Switch 1 cartridges with the Switch code. Which that means why would they sell those cartridges with the code in if they had intentions of having of just updating the old cartridges in the first place? Like, why would they just not keep producing what they're producing? With, and then just update the code wirelessly. That's the only reason I'm like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Why they wouldn't just keep doing that if that's the case. I'm in favor of them updating the digital cartridges. I'm also, the realistic side of me is speaking and is like, that's probably not gonna happen. The realist in me. Yes, chat, I have a realist in me. Bam, 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 bam. Sorry for ghosting you. I had to do my J. Unacceptable, dude. Quit your job. Quit your J word right now. Quit your J word right now. I only just remembered it comes out in 3 days. Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. Meow. Whoa. Hey, I didn't say the word. I didn't say it. I almost did, but I almost slipped up. I almost got canceled, but I didn't say it. I didn't. Bro, no, I said quit your J word. I said quit your J word. I didn't say the word. You did. I did not. Did I? Oh, man, I might have actually said the bad word. I just hope they won't make less physical games. Oh, they're definitely going to. They're not now, but soon. That's why they cost more. They're going, because they cost more, they're gonna have less sales, which means they're gonna produce less. And they're not gonna produce less in the sense that they're gonna run out. Like, if that's you were, like, you hope that they don't stop making them so they run out. That's absolutely not the case. They're just gonna make less because they're gonna sell less. Like, it'll feel the same to you, but they will be making less. You individually will not notice a difference. And if you do, it is simply just, oh, they're out of stock a little more often than not. Or a little more often than they already currently are. That is the only way that you would notice that. Do not worry. I'm just gonna wait until I, you know, win the lottery or something. I'm just gonna buy every single physical game that I don't have. I'm gonna buy all the Switch games at once. Don't worry, guys. BDSP will be like $3 each. Don't worry. Less games having physical versions. Oh, that could become a reality. I don't think that is the reality yet. But that could become a thing. Honestly, that would be kind of sad, high key. It'd be kind of sad. But it's like, what's it called? That's just how it, like, things are. The one thing that will be bad for that, is that would just up the price of physical copies. Even more. Upon resale, I mean. So reselling would be even more expensive, which is everyone's favorite thing in the world. I think that's all games. Less physical is better for the environment. That's true. Though in the grand scheme of things, it does not make a difference. This is the thing that I will say. And it's not to say that's my problem with better for the environment, but that argument, or not argument, and I'm not saying that by any means, I'm not saying that you're arguing that, but I guess that point is, though always correct, is never complete. It's always misleading, I feel like. Because you are correct in saying that, yes, no Switch means no development of them, which is better for the environment. But truthfully, with all of the other things going on, the development of Switch games make the most minuscule of a difference on the environment. You know, it's not like if we stopped making Switch, sudden the air would become infinitely cleaner. It would not make a difference. So, like, yes, you are correct. It would cause less harm, but the difference and amount of harm it would make is so minuscule that you would not notice it. I personally, I buy digital for convenience. What's it called? I just like convenience of I don't have to go out of my way to go get a copy. I don't think it's like, I understand why, but it is really lame that they're making the physical copies cost more. I think that's really stupid. I understand the logic behind it, it's just dumb. But it's a visible thing they can do to say their contribution to climate change, even if in reality it's not all that impactful. And that's sad. Like, that's just sad. Like, you're right, but it's sad that, like, they could do that and they'd be praised for it. Doesn't make a difference. My only issue with not having physical copies is some games just disappear at any point, kind of like HBO and Netflix and remove the original series. See, everybody says that, but, like, I can't think of an instance where that would even happen. I can't think of an instance where that would ever happen. Well, actually, I guess it kind of has happened with 3DS shops, but... Oh, no, but on the 3DS shops, you can still... They made it so even, like, games you bought digitally, you can still re-download. It's not like the 3DS store, but just everything that you've already previously downloaded, you can still... Right? That's what happened, right? You could still re-download games that you've had on the 3DS store. But if you didn't have it before, you can't download it anymore. Right, chat? That's how that works. How about some ebook stores like the Microsoft one? Well, that doesn't surprise me. It's an ebook store. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I don't think so. I kind of want to look. I don't know. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's if you didn't buy Bank, you can't download Bank. But if you did have Bank, you can... I'm pretty sure that's how that works. You cannot go into the 3DS store and buy anything new. However, if you had it before, you can still re-download it. I'm pretty sure that's how that is.
Sir Poopy 200 says hello everyone, it is your favorite stinker, Poopy.
Hi, Poopy.
How did you sleep, Mr. Funny Femboy Twitch streamer? I slept good.
Oh, that's it? I was expecting more. Why is it so short? I'm sorry, I went too fast. It's all good. What's up, Poopy? How we doing, homie? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I completely lost my train of thought. Completely lost my train of... Oh, yes. I don't see an instance where video games will ever just disappear. Like, ever. And no company will ever benefit from that. Like, because it would only ever happen if somebody benefited from it. And I cannot envision any scenario where somebody would benefit from removing somebody else's permissions to playing a video game. And I mean, it's just like a company. You can get hacked. But you can get hacked at any given point. And you could get hacked for many of things. So like the argument of, oh, well, you know, I can't get my digital games hacked if I have physical copies. Yeah, but your power could technically get hacked and turned off. And then all of a sudden you can't charge your device anymore and it doesn't work. So like I feel that's a very unrealistic scenario. But like, for example, how in any way would Nintendo benefit from ripping your whipping your whites, from ripping your rights away, to a game that you've previously bought? Like that, I don't think that would ever happen. You'd be like, yeah, oops, you can't play Shining Pearl anymore. Honestly, I'd be thanking Nintendo if they did that to me. But they would only, like, that would not only not benefit them, but that would hurt them so much. So much from backlash. So, I don't know. To me, the fear of one day I could lose all my games is just very unlikely. Because one day, like, you could lose your life. But you don't live every single day like it's your last. Not to get deep. But, like... And honestly, you are more likely to lose your life than you are to lose access to all of your digital games. So... if anything, that kind of contradicts itself. They can do that because you only own a license of the game that they can take away at any moment. Yeah, they can. I understand they can, but why would they? I understand that they can, but why would they? Is what I'm saying. This is what I've never. This isn't just like specifically this topic. This is just general life. I think about this all the time, and like just the general idea of it all the time. It's like, oh, at any given point, the government could take over and, you know, do this, that, and the other thing. It's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. They can. But why would they? Like, think about all that would happen if that would happen. All of the backlash, all of the conflict that would happen. All of the money that would be wasted. All the sacrifice that would need to be made for that to happen. It just isn't realistic. Because if it was realistic, it would have already happened. But that's never happened before. So yeah, like at any point, Nintendo could, yoink, you can't play any of your digital Pokemon games anymore. Yeah. But like, they would never do that. Maybe they no longer want the Switch stuff in their product line anymore. It's close all access to any games on the Switch. They would never do that. And I feel like even, like, that would never happen. And I'm not even saying that to be like oblivious, like, oh, no, Nintendo would never do that. I understand corporate greed is a very, very normal thing nowadays. It's very terrible that it's a normal thing. But think of how negatively that would affect their company. How much backlash they would receive for that, especially when the Switch is their highest selling console. I'm pretty sure the Switch, if not, it's right behind the Wii. So it's like way up there with one of the most sold consoles of all time. So the amount of backlash the company would receive for that is just a stupid thing to do. And not stupid like I think it's stupid, like stupid as in they know they would never do that because of the consequences that that action would reap. Because all of a sudden, nobody's gonna start buying their games again. Because if once they do that, every single Nintendo consumer is going to fear of that happening again. And if they did do it again, at that point, is it fair to worry and be like, I don't want to buy my games digital anymore? At that point, is it fair to worry? But until then, it's never happened, and realistically, it never will happen. So to fear of that is a very illogical thing to fear. Nintendo specifically wouldn't do that. They had tech support for the GB games like 2010. The Steam Deck, on the other hand, would probably be useless if Steam ever pulled something or went down. See, but I don't think Steam would do that. I don't think Steam, like, even Steam, like, they wouldn't do that. I'm not saying Nintendo wouldn't because Nintendo was a giant company. I'm saying any successful business wouldn't do that because they're smart enough to know how bad that is. And I know that they're smart enough because they're smart enough to be a successful business. It's not just pure luck. They didn't just make it to the top magically one day. No, they made very smart decisions, took advantage of opportunities that were provided to them, and made the best out of shitty situations. They are smart. So that would just contradict the entire company completely. Completely. So physical over digital, yeah, I'm not arguing against that. I'm not arguing against physical over digital. If you like digital, or if you like digital, you like digital. If you like physical, you like physical. To me, there's no difference. But I think to exclusively buy physical because of this fear that you're gonna lose the rights to all your game one day, or to all your games one day, sorry, plural, if you bought them digitally, is very illogical thinking. Very illogical thinking. Because everything a company does, they do because A, they have to, or B, it benefits them. And in what universe will they have to rip your rights to a video game away? Ever. Ever. Paint me a picture where that happens, like, realistically. And B, paint me a picture where that benefits them. How do they make money off of taking away your rights to play your Nintendo Switch games? Or your Steam Deck games? How do they benefit from that? They don't. They receive backlash. They place a level of distrust between them and their customers, which they are nothing but their customers. You take the customers away and the company is literally nothing. Indie games, definitely. Elaborate. I paint you on the road with my car. Oh man. Oh man. I think it would have to be a licensing thing. I can see it have a point, maybe like indie games. I think it's much safer with Nintendo buying than buying songs on Apple or books on Kindle. Well, I think that's a different conversation. I think buying ebooks are stupid as hell. I think buying an ebook is stupid as hell. But that's just me. So hold on. Give me the song. Banger. See, even ebooks, I get like ebooks make sense because ebooks are a consistently dying market that's just dead and is just straining to hang on. So I think in a different market like ebooks, yeah, buying an ebook is stupid because that is a possibility. But when it comes to video games, it's a very different market. Video games aren't going anywhere, so servers won't get shut down. Like the library for video games wouldn't get shut down. That's the word I'm looking for. There we go. Library, that's the word, my lord. The library of video games won't get shut down. The library of ebooks absolutely could, because who the hell buys ebooks? Don't have the funds to keep the library open. As is just any physical thing. The only difference is it's digital. You know, you can't keep a public library open if the public library doesn't make enough money. Except libraries are usually paid for by the city. So it'd have to be the city that stops making money. But still. Yeah, I think the fear towards buying digital games is a very dumb fear. If you just like really stop and think for a second logically, your fear is just solved. Again, you buy digital books, digital books. You buy physical copies, you buy physical copies, you buy digital, Like there's pros and cons to both. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other. One is convenient, one is cool to look at. Because the argument of having the physical copy is very right. I have every single Pokemon game on the Switch, but I only have 2 of them as physical copies. I only have this game cartridge and Shining Pearl, which I got for Christmas. So, out of all the games, I only got these 2 to show for it. Or those 2 to show for it. So in that instance, I got nothing to show. On the flip side, I didn't have to go out of my way to buy them all. I didn't have to go to a store to purchase it. And then hope that they have it in stock, and in the instance I don't, then I went for nothing. Like, I just bought it. So, I traded convenience for physical property. That's just that. What a silly little song. Yo, what's up, Fitty? How's it going, homie? Sorry, I was on a fat tangent for a minute, bro. I hope you're doing great, dog. It's good to see you. How you been? Also, how's your mac and cheese, Poopy? Speaking of mac and cheese, I actually, I did a grocery order yesterday because I was out of cheese for my wraps. And they have a minimum order fee of $35. When you order groceries, I have to, you have to spend $35 or buy $35 worth of groceries, or they just won't deliver it to you. Which is kind of stupid, but kind of fair, I suppose. Because I feel like it's kind of dumb if you're ordering one singular piece of grocery anyways, because then you're paying all the fees for what? And it's just not worth their time. It's not worth their time, and that's a big waste of money on your end, I think. But, so I had to order a bunch of stuff. So I just ordered a bunch of snacks because I've been kind of snacking lately. And I was also like, you know what? I'm gonna order like frozen mac and cheese that you throw in the microwave or something, just to try it, just to be like, okay, well, how is this? Like, obviously there's Kraft Dinner. I could just go buy boxed mac and cheese, which we call it Kraft Dinner, in Canada, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I was like, I'll try this. Why not? So I'm looking forward to giving the old frozen mac and cheese a wobble for the one time and seeing how bad it is. I'm not going into it with the hopes that it's gonna be high. It's frozen macaroni and cheese. It's pre-made. So it ain't gonna taste fantastic, but I'm more so like, is it gonna taste terrible, or is it like, okay, this isn't that bad? Like, I know it ain't gonna be good, but I'm somebody who, like, you would call it lazy. I wouldn't call it lazy. I would say time efficient, not lazy, but most people would say it's lazy. I don't like cooking. And it's not because I don't like cooking. I don't like waiting for my food to be made. That also comes from the fact that I eat when I'm hungry. I don't eat for breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I don't eat dinner. I eat when I'm hungry. So if I wake up and I'm hungry, I'm eating as soon as I wake up. If I wake up and I'm not hungry, I ain't eating until I get hungry. So, but what comes that, or coming with that, pause, is when I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Like, I want to eat. You know, I don't want to sit there and hunger and wait 10 minutes for, the water to boil, and then to cook my noodles, and then to mix it all together, and then make it good to go. I just want to boom, bam, bop, done. That's why I like wraps, because with wraps, I pre-make my meat. Like, I pre-make the chicken that I use. And then when I want to make it, it takes me 2 minutes to make a wrap. So, that's not that long. But mac and cheese can't really do that, because I don't want to wait 10 minutes. Like I said, I don't want to wait. Same thing with chicken burgers. I bought a box of chicken burgers. I maybe ate like 3 of them because I just didn't like, okay, I'm hungry. I'm going to go throw chicken burgers in and let them cook for 20 minutes, because they're going to sit there for 20 minutes being hungry. I don't want to do that because I don't like the feeling of hunger. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'll try these. And if the mac and cheese isn't bad, maybe I'll have more. You know what? I know it isn't going to be as good as Kraft Dinner, because Kraft Dinner takes more time to make, which is just our version of boxed mac and cheese. So That's how I end up not eating until 4 a.m. and then get shaky and headache and extra stuff. Yeah, no, very rarely do I ever get to the instance where I'm so hungry I start shaking. Very rarely. See, I feel like caffeine-related beverages often are hunger suppressors. I have noticed that. So if you were somebody who drinks a lot of Monster Energy or just any kind of energy drink, that's not good, first of all. But that's not good. But also, in that instance, if you're drinking a Monster, yeah, you're not hungry anymore. But once that hunger suppressor wears off, that suppression, boom, that hunger hits you like a truck, and you are tweaking out like, oh my god, I gotta eat something or I'm gonna die. Oh my god, what the hell am I doing? And that's a shitty ass feeling. I know, because I've done that before. Not like often, not intentionally, but it's like, you know, I'll wake up, I'll drink a coffee, and by the time stream ends, oh, I'm not that hungry. But I always make a coffee after stream. I always do. I drink my coffee when I start stream. I drink an energy drink during stream. I drink a coffee after stream. And then I don't touch caffeine. Because that is one thing I'm very, very much so a believer of don't consume caffeine 8 hours before honk shoe time. So come 8 hours prior to honk shoe time, I am not, you know, I ain't touching no caffeine. So I'm getting my caffeine for the first 8 hours of my day. Because I do love caffeine. I love caffeinated beverages. I'm a sucker for coffee. I'm gonna do an encounter on the right. Hold on. And then do an encounter on the left just for funsies. Okay. Restart. I gotta redo the thingy. Cool. But there are times where, like, by the time that hunger suppressor wears off after my coffee after stream, I am just so hungry. That usually only happens if I don't eat breakfast. That's realistically, if I don't wake up and eat, then I end up tweaking the hell out. Over hunger then. But that's very rare that I don't eat breakfast. I usually do wake up and I'm hungry. And it's also just become like a part of my daily routine to just, you know, wake up and eat. No pre-dick today? No. There will be no dicks that are preed today. What's up, Jess? How we doing, homie? Hello, hello. My brain just doesn't process the fact that my body's hungry. See, that is just something that is also kind of crazy to me. Because I will say sometimes I eat even when I'm not hungry. Just to make sure that I have food. Very rarely, but it does happen. Like, I will notice that, like, damn, I haven't eaten in, like, I haven't eaten in technically 16 hours. I'm not hungry, but I haven't eaten in 16 hours, you know, because you sleep for 8, 9, 10, whatever, however long you sleep. And then just, you know, you're up for 6 hours and you haven't slept anything, or you haven't eaten anything since you woke up. Your body hasn't eaten in a hot minute. I will make sure that I eat. And this is, maybe it's a hot take, maybe there's something I'm just not thinking about, or I just don't understand. But I always make sure I have food in my system because food is fuel, food is how your body functions. And I don't understand why people just don't eat. I really don't understand how you forget to do the most important thing for your body. I will never, ever, ever understand that. There is not a single thing more important than consuming energy, or just consuming food to provide your body with energy to be able to function. There isn't a single thing more important than that. Yet somehow people just don't care and don't eat. That is so that is not good. So even in the instance that I don't feel hungry, if I haven't eaten in an extended period of time, I make sure to eat anyways. Because my body needs it. That feeling when you're super shaky is not a normal feeling. And it's not something you're ever supposed to truthfully feel. It's your body freaking the hell out that, hey, you haven't fed me, which you're supposed to do 3 times a day, and you haven't even done it once today, and last night, you had a piece of bread for dinner. I'm a little bit passionate about this subject. Sometimes caffeine just makes me sleep before bed. Did you used to consume a lot of, what's it called? Did you used to drink a lot of coffee, or just a lot of caffeine ISO? Taking coffee with sleep meds, call that a screenshot. That's insane. That's insane. I just never feel hungry. Well, everybody feels hungry, so I feel like the absence of feeling hungry comes from you being so used to that feeling of hungry because you didn't feed yourself when you were hungry that you've become so adjusted to it, so used to it that you don't notice it anymore. Which in itself is not a good thing either. That is a very terrible thing. That's my tip. If you're very antsy or annoyed with people, it's probably hunger. This is also very true. Thuma, what's up, homie? Long time no see indeed. How you been, bro? How you been? Also, John just confirmed that the update for Skyrim Switch and the Switch is essentially running an emulator of Switch 1 games. The update, yeah, no, that's always how it is. Backwards compatibility is just emulation. Backwards compatibility is always emulation. The PS5 running PS4 games, they just emulate the PS4 games. 100%. Did also John confirm that the, well, I mean, there you go, Fish. It is confirmed that there will be free updates. Switch it to the Switch too. Did he mention anything about physical cartridges? Because I know, ISO was asking about that. I've been drinking coffee since I was 12. That's exactly why. That is exactly why. The more you consume caffeine, the faster the caffeine crash hits you. And that's probably why coffee makes you feel sleepy. Because the caffeine crash doesn't stick, or the caffeinated feeling doesn't stick around long enough for you to even notice it anymore. It's just like an instant crash. Because you will always get the same crash, no matter whether you're caffeinated and hyped up for 7 hours or 3 minutes. That crash is still going to hit the same. So that makes sense as to why coffee makes you feel tired. I'm kind of getting there. I feel caffeine crashed after like an hour, which isn't great. An hour and a half, but like right now, I'm not tired. My body's just crashing from caffeine. An hour after drinking it. There you go. I'm good. I got a big project, a big project in the other day. Ooh, hell yeah, dude. We love to hear that. We love to hear that. Big projects are the best. They got stuff to do, but have fun and good luck, dude. Thank you so much, homie. It was so good to see you, dog. It was good to see you. I hope you've been doing it fantastic. I drink Pepsi a lot, and I'm drinking again. I tend to immediately get tired after drinking a bit. It's because caffeine, or Pepsi has caffeine in it. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even know that for the longest time, though. But yeah, soda has caffeine in it. Did not know that. Never knew that. Actually, what's funny is, so here's a little story. One of my childhood friends, like I'm talking like younger, was a pathological liar. He would make stuff up all the time. All the time. He would tell fake stories. I didn't really call him out on it half the time. I was just like, whatever, don't care. I know you're bullshitting, but I'll let you have a little bit of fun. Alright? So, with that little context in mind, him and I would stay up really late, a lot. I'm talking like second grade, not second grade, I met him in third grade. So it was like third grade that year, going into fourth grade. Him and I would stay up really late a lot, play video games together. You know, we would stay up at basically every time we could. We would try to stay up all night or as late as we could. And he would always fall asleep first. And I'm gonna be honest, if you've been a late night gamer, if you've stayed up with a homie before playing games really late, like when you were younger, you probably got frustrated at least once when your homie passed out before you, and not like you're almost falling asleep and they're already asleep. No, like I'm wide awake, ready to go for another 3 hours, and his ass is that, like, it didn't piss me off. It just was like, damn, well, this sucks. Now I'm alone. And that would always be the case. He would never be able to stay up as late as me. I never got mad at him for it, but I was like, dude, this sucks. And one day we were just drinking, and I was like, you know, I was teasing, like, hey man, don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. You know, I can tell you're getting tired. Don't pass out. He's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna just drink some pop. Because we'd always have pop with us. And then he would like drink some Pepsi or Coke or whatever. And then I'd be like, okay, you can sip your pop, but what the hell does that have to do with you not falling asleep? And he would always say, it makes me feel more awake. It always makes me feel more awake. And one day I would just like, he would say that. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was just like, oh, so it's one of those things we're lying about. I didn't know there was caffeine in pop. I didn't think there was because I never felt it. So, okay, so we're lying. Gotcha. It's one of these, you're a pathological liar. You lie about everything. So it's like, okay, sure. And then one day he said it and I was in a pissed off mood. I think we were playing Call of Duty already, which is already a very agitating game. I was very mad at the game and then he said that. And then I was just like, no the fuck it doesn't, you little shit. I'm in third grade, by the way. I'm like, no the fuck it doesn't, bro. You're such a fucking liar. It doesn't do that. I just crashed out at him, bro. Crashed out at him over it. Come to find out, like 3 years later, when we were talking again, like we were just talking one night or whatever, we're just hanging out. Because him and I were like, you know, we were friends for a long time. So it's not like I crashed out. He didn't really care kind of deal. Or it's like he'd get mad at me and then get over it in like 20 minutes kind of deal, whatever. But I crashed out. And then after we were talking a couple years later, and we were like, yeah, there's caffeine in pop. And when I found that out, because yeah, we were looking at the ingredients of, I think it was, we were looking at a no sugar pop, and we were looking at the ingredients to be like, does this really have aspartame? Probably, because our parents would always be like, don't drink this, it has aspartame. And, you know, if parents say don't do this, your first instinct is to do exactly that. You do exactly what they told you not to do. So I was like, oh, does it even have aspartame? Is my mom is she just lying? Is she a little stupid idiot? And I'm reading it, oh, there's aspartame. Oh, there's caffeine. Oh, there's caffeine. And when we found out, I just looked at him and he just kind of was like, I fucking told you so. And I had never felt more dumb in my entire life than I did in that moment. Because I never believed him when he said he'd feel more awake drinking pop. And here I am, like years later, like, no, he wasn't bullshitting. Every single time he said that, it was the truth. And it was like, oh my God. Oh my, again, I didn't just disbelieve him for no reason. He was a pathological liar, so he would lie about, so I would just always assume this was just another one of those things. Just come to find out, every single time, including the crash out, which we brought up that same time. I just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So that was a very fascinating discovery, to say the least. The other reason I didn't believe it though is because it's gonna be like, yeah, pop helps me drink, you know, because we're Canadian, we call it pop. Pop helps us smear. Pop helps me stay awake. I don't know, my thing froze. And then like 3 minutes later, like, bro, does it really help you stay awake or what? But let's find out there's a little bit of caffeine in it. Don't cry wolf. For real, dude. For real. Isn't backwards compatibility like native? I thought the 3DS games are on DS games natively. I'm pretty sure they're usually just emulated, or they're just emulated. Which is why, like, when you play the DS game, is it the DS games on the 3DS you can't play wirelessly? No, that's not true. No, that's not true at all. They might be, like, some instances might be native, but generally speaking, they are emulated. I'm pretty sure, generally speaking, they are emulated. I could be wrong, but well, I heard using a caffeine. Me 3, bro. Me 3. So the 3DS had a DS emulator. It might have been native. I can say for a fact though, the Game Boy games were absolutely emulated. When they brought back, you know, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Red Fire, Red Fire, Red, Blue, and Yellow, those were 1000% emulated. Absolutely emulated. No, actually, I don't think the DS ones were emulated because you could still do wireless connectivity. And, well, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I just assume that they're typically emulated. The hardware itself is able to run the games that they're backwards compatible on the DS and 3DS games. Yeah, okay, well then there you go. So maybe the Switch one. Oh no, the Switch one. Wait, but if they're emulated. Somebody said that Austin John's, and I trust Austin John's word, so if he says it, I believe it. If the Switch 1 games are emulated on the Switch 2, then typically, I know that you can play multiplayer with emulators. But typically, that usually means wireless connectivity is non-compatible. Typically speaking. And if they are, they're usually their own servers, like how Citra cannot connect to a 3DS, and vice versa. So I wonder how that's gonna work. However, what's it called? Because it's an official emulation, like emulated by Nintendo, they might have just made the service compatible. Yo, what's up, Fever? What's good, homie? If my parents let me drink Coke when I was a kid, I wouldn't be so obsessed with me. Honestly, fair. Very fair. But also, maybe your caffeine crash would have just hit a lot sooner. Reason number 1,000 or 1,727,171 why the Wii U is the weirdest console. You can see on the sites, but the Wii U emulated Wii games. If the Wii U emulated Wii games, then they probably will emulate on the Switch too. Honestly. How you been, Fever? How's it been, homie? Dude, I'm like... Water. There we go. I wasn't thirsty. I was just dehydrated. Yummers. How old is the Switch? I think it came out 2017. Yeah, March 3rd, 2017. So, 8 years. 8 years old. That Christmas was 8 years ago. The Switch came out 8 years ago. Oh my god. What the Fortnite? Not the other F word. I would never say that. Oh my god. You're telling me that was 8 years ago that I got my Switch? I know it wasn't like yesterday, but 8 years is insane. What's up, big boy? How long are you streaming? 5 more minutes. No, 4 hours. So another 3. 3 more hours. That's insane. Nintendo, you're killing me? Nah, doesn't the consoles usually come out like once every like 8-ish years? When did the DSi come out? The DSi came out in 2004. And the 3DS came out 2011, so that was 7 years. Yeah, it was usually, and then the Switch was 2016, so then actually, the 3DS of the Switch was 6 years. It's usually once every, like, 6 to 8 years. That sounds about right. And then, you know, they release, like a new variant. Like, they'll do the 3DS, and they'll do the 2DS, and then they'll do the 2DS XL, and the 3DS XL. Like how they did the Switch, and then they did the Switch Pro, and then they did the Switch Lite. And now the Switch 2. But, like every 8-ish years. I wonder if they're following the instance of the DS, right? Because we got the DS. The DS Lite. When did the DS Lite come out? The DS Lite was 2006? What? Oh, no, the DS came out in 2004. When did the DSi come out? 2008. Okay, so yeah, it was an upgrade on the DS. The DS itself came out in 2000 and, dude, shout out to a DS, bro. Anyways. The DS. And then the DSi, which is like I would say an upgrade on the DS, but that's like, I don't think the DSi feels like a new DS system. Because there was no DSi games. There were DS games that had internet, but I don't think there's any DSi games. And then they did the 3DS. There's the 3DS games, whatever. So I wonder if they're gonna follow that, like the Switch, you know, Switch Lite, Switch Pro, blah blah blah. Switch 2, because after the 3DS, then it was something. Then it was like the Switch, right? So then maybe we get the Switch 2, and then after the Switch 2, it's gonna be a completely different console. Completely different? Or are they gonna go down the route of Switch 3, Switch 4, Or so Zion, thank you for the follow, dude. I know, I'm sorry this was a couple minutes ago. I didn't see that, but thank you for the follow nonetheless. I appreciate it. I'm very intrigued. I'm very, very intrigued to see the future. There's so many versions of the DS and 3DS. Same having the Switch having 3 versions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, they would drop a new console, and then they'll drop different versions of said console, and then they'll drop a newer console, and then the newer console has different versions, and so on. I want to know if, like, next is a Switch 3, or if it's something different completely. That being said, what the hell would we even need? Honestly. That is the kind of my concern slash question with the Switch 2. The Switch should be able to run 120. Can't the Switch 2 run 120? On certain games? Like in dock, not in handheld. In dock mode, can't it run 4K 120? Or at the very least 1440p 120? FPS, I mean. Switch 2 run 120 FPS. Yeah, the Switch 2 will support for HDR and frame rates up to 120. What's after that? We don't need 200 FPS. We don't need anything more than that. So what the hell comes after that? Not VR, because VR is so like... I don't want a VR. I'm good. 121. Pay an extra $700 for that extra 1 frame per second. Now we're cooking. With the Switch being, I think it was overdue because they gave us a beefier hardware. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, eventually it becomes outdated, especially like more so recently as technology has like jumped in the past like couple of years, like going from 60 FPS 1080 to 4K resolution, 120 FPS becoming a standard. Like, I never had a problem with their frame rates. I didn't either. And I low-key kind of hate that they made the jump to 120 because the reason they, or not the reason, but them doing that shows that they catered towards that side of the community that was bitching about graphics, and I hate that side of the community. Truthfully, I hate what they stand for. It lags, so it's not crazy. Absolutely, and I feel like people are so incredibly overdramatic about it, and it makes me frown knowing that they are catering to those drama queens. That is the word I'm gonna use, those drama queens. So it's just sad to see them cater towards that. Like, it's cool that we're getting an upgrade, but dude, 120 FPS is excessive, bro. I don't need 120 frames per second 4K resolution to play Pokemon and Mario and Zelda and like Kirby. No, we don't. You're telling me I need 120 frames to play a side sweeper game? Or a screen sweeper? A screen scroller, whatever the hell they get, whatever Mario is left to right? I need 120 frames to see that plumber hop on little Goombas and turtles and get some coins and save a princess? No, we were doing it on like 4. Just give me, we were doing it at 4. Or whatever the hell the old 10. 4 is not true, but like 10, 20. Back in the day on SNES. How many FPS did the SNES have? No, not RAM. 128 kilobytes of RAM. That's crazy. FPS. The SNES ran games at 60 FPS. What? SNES games ran at 60 FPS, except in PAL regions where it was 50 FPS? What? Brother. I mean, no, okay, no, honestly, that makes sense, because the graphics weren't graphical, so like, you could run old and shitty graphics smoothly, no problem. That actually doesn't surprise me. Now that I think about it, because there weren't that many, exactly, yeah, there wasn't, yeah. No, it wasn't the contents. Yeah, no, you're right. That shocked me, and then I started thinking about it, I was like, no, okay, that makes perfect sense, actually. Like, I understand the complaints and suggestions to make the game better, but I see no negative review on every single Pokemon release. At the point, even a fan anymore. Even like the 3DS skips, it's the 3DS era. Yeah, I don't know. I've always thought of the argument, if you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Go get a refund. Leave it at that. The internet has made it so people are too comfortable sharing stupid opinions. Truthfully, this is the problem. Not the problem, but like, when you push, what's it called? What is the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? Ignorance? No. It's like, what? I know what the word is. I'm trying to think of how to word it in a way that doesn't sound bad. That's what I'm trying to do. So how the hell do I word this in a way that doesn't sound mean or bad? When you cater to comfortness on the internet and everybody pushes for nothing but comfortness, this is a result of that. There's no balance. So people get too comfortable, which allows unnecessary negativity to be spread. Because Pokemon, you know, people would bitch about games, but nowhere near as much as they did now. And it's not because games were better then. Arguably, games were worse then. Technology has improved. It's because the internet has been forcefully pushed to cater for comfortness, which has allowed people to get too comfortable. I think that's the way I can word that and still be not canceled. There's no middle ground. The problem is there's no middle ground. I don't think there's a middle ground. Not with humanity. Because of how unique we are as creatures. There is no middle ground. Or there's no just middle ground anyways. Because there's pros and cons to both sides. There's pros and cons to catering to comfortness because now the internet is a comfortable place, but you don't have to feel uncomfortable. You can say whatever the hell you want to say and have it be that. Beforehand, you wouldn't say stupid shit out of fear of getting cooked. Out of fear of backlash. Which, like, it's still more, no, okay, not backlash, that's not the right word. What's the word? You can get away with a lot more on the internet, I guess. And not reap the repercussions. If I go on the internet and say some stupid shit now, you know, I might get like a couple people be like, that was a really dumb opinion. Right? And leave it at that. But back then, if you said some dumb shit on the internet, everybody was making fun of you. Everybody was making fun of you. What did that do? That prevented people from saying dumb shit on the internet. That made it so people wouldn't say dumb things. Out of fear of being absolutely bullied. But, and I'm not saying I'm pro-bullying, so please don't take it this way. When you remove that bullying aspect, that fear aspect is gone, and now people say the dumbest shit all the time. And people aren't scared to bitch about something they shouldn't bitch about. That's why I'm saying there's no middle ground, because either you have modern internet, which is basically like complete freedom, which freedom allows for the dumbest of statements to be, or the dumbest of things to be said, People are way too comfortable having stupid opinions nowadays. I very much so say that. They're way too comfortable having stupid opinions and voicing those stupid opinions. Everybody has stupid opinions. I have stupid opinions. You all have stupid opinions. There's some things that you have opinions about that are dumb as hell. Similar to me. There's some things that I think that are completely stupid. I still think them, but they're stupid as hell. And those kind of things should be kept to ourselves. However, nowadays they're not. At all. Back then they were. But back then they were because of fear. Which is why I say there's no just medium. Because you can either have controlled fear or no control at all. There's no middle grounds. Because if there's a middle ground, that like they're complete opposites of one another. One is, which is anti-fear, and the other one is controlled freedom, which is anti-dumb shit. But then that also leads to the problem of who is, like, what makes this individual so entitled to claim what is dumb and what is not. You know, so that it's like there's no middle ground. There is no middle grounds. How this shit's Star Wars, the way we've experienced both sides of the Force. Humans don't like middle grounds? No. Because there's always some challenge that can be made, no matter what side. Because nothing's perfect. And with the absence of perfection, welcomes the constant of criticism. And truthfully, we as humans strive to improve. We are inherently an species that is constantly attempting to improve. So in the, you know, with the presence of criticism comes the constant change of trying to adapt to that criticism. But then when you adapt to that criticism, it often leads to another problem. Which is why nobody's ever happy. There's never an instance where everybody's happy. And then when you have something like the internet on such a large scale, it's a lose-lose scenario. I am. Hashtag bring back online bullying. Don't say that during Pride Month, brother. Wait till next month. What do you know, the world is mostly imperfect spectrums, but humans prefer perfect binaries? Yeah. My dad and I disagree constantly. I think, open to the fact that sometimes you have to stop because you'll never win, which feels like a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, I saw, you said that? I think people are just too prideful to admit they're wrong. That is absolutely the case. Absolutely the case. 100%. 100% the case. I just noticed your shirt today. I'm just saying, if you know any of them, if you know any single hot dads, send them my way, you know. Give them my Discord or something. My DMs are open. Saying it, just saying it. I did say that. Stay away from my father. Why would I stay away from your father? He sounds like a pretty cool dude. You and him disagree a lot, and you and I disagree a lot, so I feel like him and I would agree a lot. In fact, give me your father's phone number right now. Oh man, happy Pride to you too. No, I'm not. No pride. No pride. I'm not proud of the fact I love hot dads. I just do. There's no pride in my statement. Okay, no, can we talk about something that really quickly? And I actually want to know you guys' opinions on this. Do you guys think it's weird to think your friend's parents are attractive? Or to have a crush? No, okay, no, not that. But to have a crush on your friend's parents? And I know this is like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell? What brought this question up? In the past, like, week, I've had 3 of my friends say that they have friends that they thought, like, they have, like, that are attracted to their parents. Like, they're attracted to their friends' parents. Okay, like, to find a friend's parent attractive is not something you can necessarily control. You cannot control what you are and aren't attracted to. To an extent, you don't have a choice there. I can agree with that. But to get a crush on them is kind of crazy. Let's kill the shiny. Deserved. You think no? I think that's so disrespectful to your friends. I think that is so incredibly disrespectful to your friends. I will never ever do that, ever. And I don't understand why. Like, I'm a very, very strong opinion. that I think it's like, if you're attracted to them, you're attracted to them. Again, there's nothing you can do about it. But you have to respect the fact that this is your friend's mother. And you have to respect that there are boundaries no relationship should reach. No matter what it is. Especially one with your friend's parents. That is so disrespectful to your friends. I think that is a very disrespectful thing to your friend. Again, if you're attracted to them, you're attracted to them. But to then do something beyond that is absurd. I think that is very absurd. Like, my one friend told me that she slept with her friend's parent. With her friend's father. And, well, thank God I don't know my dad. But, like, I've never looked at her the same ever since she told me that. And there's another friend who was talking about, her one friend's dad. And, like, ogling him. And I was just like, that's just so... Why? Sure, he's hot. If he's hot, you know, if you think he's hot, you think he's hot. But, like... I don't know. I don't know. I think that is... not cool. And I'm very anti that. My friends always make jokes about having sex with everyone's parents. You see, I would never do that because I feel like that's really disrespectful. Shiny Eevee. Oh man, I really wanted to be Eevee or Shiny. Even if parents are single off limits, I have 100% agree. You shouldn't even put yourself in a situation to where you could, or a position to where you could pursue that. I'm waiting for this egg to hatch. My Pokemon goes like, hey, you have an egg to hatch. Oh? Come on. Give me an icon on the right screen. Oh? Whatever. Just ignore the ring light. Banchum! Is that shiny? No, it's not. Boo! Is it a hundo? No, it's not. This fucking sucks. I hate him. I walked 12 kilometers for that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Any cool local Pokemon? No. That one clip from Twilight. I have never seen Twilight, and I'm proud of that fact. Because I heard it's really bad. I don't know. Oh, I got a shiny Chansey in Pokemon Go last night. That was kind of cool. I didn't, like, necessarily want it. I was just like, oh, hey, there's a guy. I'll catch it. But I've started seeking out... I think it's because I found so many shinies. I want hundos. I search for hundos in Pokemon Go now. I'm glad to generally see, though, that most people agree with my opinion. Because that makes me feel more reassured about myself. And that I'm not a weirdo for thinking that. Though even if I was considered a weirdo for thinking that, that wouldn't change how I think. But it is nice to have my opinion reassured. Ooh. Scraggy. Chat. Chat. Why is there a Scraggy candy above him? You can kind of see it. You see that the thing above its name? That's a candy. Why is that there? Why is there a Scraggy candy on my screen? Bye-bye. It's still there. It's still there. Why is it doing? It is still on my screen. Okay, there we go. It's gone now. I had to click on it. No, it's okay. It's gone now. Don't worry. You get Tapu Koko from DAs last night? Ooh, yo, congrats, homie. That's... Where is the Ralts on the left screen? That's sick, dude. Congrats. Heck yeah. Top 10 things we'd love to see, hear, and be. That is numbers 1 through 200. Damn, I was gonna say, it'll take you that long to find a Pokemon on the left side? Damn. Thank you. And it's not even shiny, so frick you. With a capital F. Thinking as where those was from, but the rest are weird. Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things. I've heard nothing but bad things about that movie. The path and only did 6 before it shined. Only 6? Brother. Slide it my way, dude, please. Slide the luck. Bam, 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 bam. Come on. Oh, Pokemon Black and White. Save me, Pokemon Black and White. Bam, bam. This game is just so good. Oh, this game is so good. I'm so excited for... I say this every stream, dude. I'm just so excited for the future. Because there's so much stuff that I want to do, and I just can't wait to do it all. Cannot wait to do it all. I need an editor fund. Because it's like $1,000 video. Ridiculous. But then I don't have to edit my videos. I can just have somebody else do it for me that knows what they're doing. And then I can spend more time recording, doing the fun stuff. And it's not even that I don't want to only do the fun stuff. I just want to be able to do the fun stuff faster. I only found out shinies that are called that because of the fan base yesterday. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. I don't know if you were in stream when we talked about that, but yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, actually. If you get it, would you prefer it to be male or female? It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure we've gotten a male Ralts already, so it doesn't matter either way. But honestly, for me, YouTube content with streams is my favorite. Hell yeah. I love putting out YouTube content. I think my favorite part about this entire job, truthfully, is the day that I upload. That was you. I learned that from you. Yeah. Yep. No, I'm excited. My favorite part about YouTube is just uploading the video. It's not even that it's like... I don't know. I think it's just because of the fact that... It's just like that feeling of, yep, this project is finished. Now it's time to move on to another one. Which sounds it's like I don't like doing it, which is not it's not like the relief of knowing this project is. It's just like, there we go. This is another thing that I've wanted done for a while, checked off my to-do list. And now I get to see if people enjoy it. And now it's there. So super fun. And it's also like, okay, that's one project closer to getting this entire... I don't know, I like getting things done, right? The feeling of finishing a project is, I think the feeling of finishing a project is always a good feeling. And it's even more exciting because that feeling also stacks onto the feeling of now I get to start something new. Now I get to work on the next thing. Like, I've been saying this since I started the Shiny Only Challenge series. I cannot wait to reflect on that series in like 4 or 5 years. Once we're done all the games, just be able to reflect on all of them, look back on them. I cannot wait to do that. Absolutely. That is going to be super fun. And for me anyways, I like looking back. And also like the progress or like the process of the entire thing. That sounds super fun. I'm just trying to be a good gamer. You don't have to be a good gamer to be. I'm not a good gamer either. Okay, well, I'm kind of an okay gamer, but like, I ain't no god tier gamer. I just do it for funsies. There is a lot that goes into streaming though. Like, it depends on what you want out of streaming. If you just want to click go live to click go live and just do it that way, absolutely. If you want to stream to people though, like if you want people to watch your streams, that's a different story. Then it's a process. Unless you just get like a couple friends to come watch you kind of deal. Just hang out with a couple of your friends. That's a different story. That's chill. But if you want like people to watch you and to get like discovered and Get an audience. That's where the work comes from. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, Duosion number 1008. Hello, Lollipop number 1010. Wait, 8 and 10? I don't know how to count. Do I want to hate my body and big a drink and drink a big monster, or do I drink my last tiny one? The tiny ones taste better. Only women thought that way. All right, I'll be right back. I also snuck a cookie. Chat. What's your favorite kind of cookie? What is your guys' favorite kind of cookie? I'm really hoping my mic isn't picking up me chewing. If it does, I'm so sorry. Snickerdoodle. What the hell is a snickerdoodle? What's up, Evie? Welcome back from Eternal Punishment. Welcome back from Eternal Damnation. Cheeseburger. That does not sound like a yummy cookie, I'm gonna be real. As a cookie enthusiast, that don't sound very yummy. If I had known I was gonna get these... Because here's lore. I ordered these. They didn't have these. So they replaced it with these. And if I had known that I was going to get these, I would have asked for a different flavor. Because I don't like this flavor. It's not a bad flavor. It used to be my favorite. I've just drank it so much that I've like become just desaturated to it. So I'm just like, eh. You know, it's like, it's not bad. It's not great. But I only get this flavor because the smaller cans that I get only have 3 flavors, which is that flavor, normal monster, just like plain monster, and then the white no sugar monster. Excuse me. And out of those 3, I prefer this flavor, but they have a lot more flavors for this kind. So, wish I'd known that. I like how they open these things. Here. Open on the side, because opening on the top of the box is illogical. Ladies and gentlemen, that's monster for you, I suppose. Fucking, I hate that I drink these fucking bastards. I hate so much that I drink these. You couldn't tell? I wish I didn't. But I need caffeine. If I get a mini fridge in my room, that is a very different story. But I don't know if I want to do that. I go for C4 Ghost personally. Well, I drink the smaller ones. The only reason I drink monsters is because at least I can justify it with the smaller ones. The smaller cans. Like, well, you know what? Yeah, they're not good for you, but at least the smaller ones aren't as bad for you. They didn't have them, so I got replaced. Check. And I can't even refund it. They were like, if you're not happy or satisfied with the things, then you can go through a process to refund it. But it's like, what? I can't just click, no, I don't want this? Okay. I hate monster, they all taste gross. There's some that taste pretty good. I will say, I'm a huge fan of, Pacific Punch. I really enjoy Pacific Punch. Peanut Butter Blossom? That sounds fire. Chocolate Chip? The old classic, dude. Can't go wrong with some chocolate chip, bro. Sugar Cookie rolled in cinnamon sugar. I've never tried those. I've seen those before. I've always wanted to, just never have gone on my way to. For C4 Ghost, personally, Is C4 the one that's like, it's not healthy for you, but it's like the healthiest energy drink alternative? Is that C4? Or is that, what one is that one? Why don't you island scan some bitches, Oshawaves? Are you like volunteering yourself, or what's the deal here? The problem is the absence of subjects to scan, so. Zero sugar, at least it don't really make me crash that hard. Yeah, zero sugar still, like, doesn't, which means no calories. Doesn't mean it's good for you. My thing is moderation, dude. I'm gonna be so transparent. My thing is moderation when it comes to those things. Like a zero sugar drink or a zero sugar energy drink, I don't know, once every couple days is fine. I think it's terrible for you every day. But I consume them every day. Like, I consume them in moderation in terms of mass, but I'm a consistency. Same with cookies. I've gotten a lot better at it. I used to, like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chad. I could order like a box of chocolate cookies, eat the entire thing in one sitting. In one sitting, that whole box of cookies is gone. I'm being so serious. Now, no, I know. I have like, most I'll have is 4. The most I'll have is 4. I'll be like, okay, I'll have 2, and then maybe I'll be like, oh, 1 more, and then maybe the very most, I'll be like, oh, 1 more again, and then I'm done. I don't really like, you know, 4 cookies isn't bad for you. Like, they're not good for you by any means, but like, it won't kill you if you eat 4 cookies, right? But then when you do it every day, because like, that's what I think is moderation. What I think is moderation. So I have such a sweet tooth. I have such a sweet tooth. I love chocolate. I love sweets. And I know consuming a sweet every day is bad. But then it's just like consuming everything every day is bad, so. I have this argument with myself all the time. Like, is it really bad when I'm doing this, and this too? Like, is it really bad if I have 2 chocolate chip cookies a day? If I'm drinking an energy drink every day? Like, shouldn't I be worried about more other things of higher importance? And then it just, it's an argument with myself that I always have. I like sugar-free sweets that still taste like regular sweets. And that's my problem, I guess, when it comes to sugar-free. I know what sugar-free means, no calories. That's all it means. It means there's no sugar, but it's still gotta taste like it has sugar. So it's artificial fake stuff, which is probably just as bad for you, if not worse. And I'm not hating on you for doing it by any means, Rad. Honestly, no calories is great. We love no calories. The second I see anything that says low calories, oh my god, I'm stiff. But I think about that to myself every time, subconsciously. Anytime I'm eating anything, it's just like, yeah, well, this is bad for you. It's just, I hate that I think that way. Like, my relationship with food has been tainted. I will say this, and you can ask anybody who counts calories, please, if you haven't, don't. Do not count calories. Because you can never, ever go back. It ruins your relationship with food. The second you understand how many calories you're supposed to consume a day to maintain your weight or lose your weight, or whatever it may be, and you learn about, like, you know, protein, like, you learn more, I guess, about protein and fiber and all these little, like, important things that truthfully are important. The second you learn about them, you ain't ever forgetting them. Ever. All of a sudden, I feel guilty for eating a slice of cake because of how many calories are in it. And it's like, I will never enjoy cake again. Ever. Ever. Ice cream, same thing. I'm still gonna eat it, but now I'm gonna feel so guilty after I do. And it just ruins your relationship with so much food. You go out for dinner, you have a nice dinner, couple drinks. Have fun having the rest of your evening ruined the second the realization of how many calories you consumed hits. The amount of guilt, not worth it. I only have sugar-free stuff because sugar makes me completely unable to consume things in moderation. Like, almost physically unable to have a bit of chocolate. I will binge on the whole thing. With sweet, I have so much more self-control. That's fair. That's very fair. And in that instance, that sugar-free is way better. In that scenario, yeah, it's way better. So honestly, in that sense, W. Truthfully, W. Anyways, now that I'm done, you know, I'm yipping and yapping about how miserable I am with consuming bad things. Cheers. What's that taste like? It tastes like not Mango Loco. Tastes like a carbonated Sunny D. If you guys know what Sunny D is. Yeah, that tastes like a carbonated Sunny D. Interesting. C4 is terrible for you? Oh, is it? The more you know. Oh, Mango Loco. Yeah, I don't like the flavor. It's not bad. Like, I don't dislike the flavor. It's, again, in these size cans, which is what I try to usually drink. These, they only make, or in can anyways, they only have 3 flavors, being the white no sugar flavor, just a normal original Monster flavor, and then Mango Loco. And I prefer Mango Loco of the 3. So that I usually drink Mango Loco, and I got that as a substitute because I tried to order those and that, like the mini cans, and they didn't have them. So they were just like, I'll substitute, because when you order groceries, that's what they do, is they'll substitute for the most similar products. The description of like weird Sunny D is spot on. Yeah, I don't mind it, but there's definitely better out there in my opinion. Yo, what's up, Matano? I got 3 shovels. Oh my god. 2 of them today. What 2 did you get today? I remember you got Luxray, Magikarp. What one did you get today? My go-to is Ultra Sunlight because it's 10 cals a can. And I treat it, as a treat, I get Pipeline Punch. I've never tried Pipeline Punch. What color is it? Is it red? Like, most punches are red. They're fruit punch. But, like, what's the difference between Pipeline Punch and Pacific Punch? Pink. Oh, what was that one? What was that? Pink monsters. There was one that was so good. Was it Ultra? No, it wasn't Ultra Rosa. Ultra Strawberry Dreams, maybe? Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red. That's what it was. That was really good. That was good. It wasn't like amazing. But like, that was a pretty damn solid zero sugar. Out of all the zero sugars I've tried, that was probably my favorite. What was that, 11? 11. Ah. Ah. I've never seen that one. Yeah, I've never seen it before either. I was just out with my mom. It was not the last time my mom was here, like a couple days ago. It was the first time I'd seen her in this new place. When my sister came for a bit. Hi, Reeves. She had to go grocery shopping, and I just went with her. And I just saw it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab it. You said 1-1. Oh. My bad. Oops. You got Snorlax and then Rapidash? Damn, are you going for, like, are you shiny hunting a shiny hunt, or you got an objective of some sort? This way, dude, you might as well go for a Shelf of Living Dex. Holy. If I want to take my luck, I would love more than anything if you did that. Did you get Victini with a trigger in the event in white? No. Victini is only obtainable through the event. Unfortunately. Oh. I'm very much a person that repeats what people say. I think it's an autistic thing. It absolutely is. That is the tism. Rism with the tism. At a Kirby cosplay event, right? That's what it was. Bow, bow, bang. I take ADHD meds, so I can't take monsters anymore. Yeah, no, that's fair. How is the Reeves? How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm doing a-okay. I'll be doing better once I find a sparkly pack of monster, but up until then, I'm doing pretty a-okay. How are you, homie? How are you? How goes the hunting? For your... Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I will remember. I'll I will remember. Don't tell me. I will remember. What did you do? My brain is saying Moltres, but I think you stopped doing that. Oh, 3 Segi done. 3 Segi done. I'm so big brain. It's the 3 Segi to done sparse. Already back to 15 bands. Bands on bands. Hold on. I don't have water, so bear with me. Sorry, if you guys heard that, I was beating the shit out of the water bottle case so I could get it. Too much caffeine talk, drink water. Yo, that's what I wanted to talk about, dude. I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna piss some people out with this opinion. I'm gonna piss some people off with this opinion, but hold on. Go to sleep, not getting late. I have school. We'll see you later, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Congrats on your shinies, dog. Congrats on your shinies. Hold on. Why is this one like wet? Why is the bottle wet? Whatever. Cheers. Anyways. Here's my take, bro. And it's a hot take for sure. Water sucks. As a beverage to consume, it sucks. It is the only beverage that's good for you. It is the only beverage, or one of the only beverages, that's good for you. Right? But I'm so sick of people pretending it's good. I hate... Because you cannot sit here and tell me you enjoy a bottle of water as much as you will enjoy juice, soda, coffee, energy drink, anything. I will say there is no drink that will hit the same as 3 a.m. water. I will say that. When you're thirsty, when you're dehydrated, water is the best. When you are dehydrated, there isn't a single better beverage on the planet. But how often are you really dehydrated? Like, as a consistent drink, to consistently drink water, there's no joy. There is no joy. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste like anything, because it's water. And it has no flavor. It is the same thing as saying that you enjoy, I don't know, eating like a plain ass food. It's the same thing as saying that you have just as much joy eating eggs every single day as somebody who goes out to restaurants and eats different kinds of this and different kinds of that every day. No, it's not true. One person's enjoying their time a lot more than the other. Again, I know water is good for you. I know water is good for you. And I'm not saying I don't drink it. But I hate people who just glorify water. When I be like, chat, what's your favorite drink? And you say water, I immediately think you are a boring ass person. If you're telling me out of all of these different beverages that exist, you like the one that literally tastes like nothing, you like it more than any other beverage out there, you are a boring person. That is such a boring answer. That is such a lame answer. And I hate those people. I hate those people. I don't like people who like water. I'm not saying I hate people who like water. If you like water, that's chill. But to say that water is your favorite drink is just so, like, boring. That's so boring. Bro, it's been Jordan. No. Again, I want to read it. If you like water, you like water. There's nothing wrong with liking water. But people who glorify it and say it's their favorite beverage, you are a boring ass person. That is such a boring answer. I believe that solely. That water will never be like I'll take a sip of this. That has taste. Take a sip of this. That is literally nothing. Nothing. You know what I taste in this? That. Because I just tasted that. There was so little taste here that this tastes like that when I drink that. Did Coke sponsor you? I wish. I wish. I don't care. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. And then I think the worst part about it is, because it does bother me, is everybody who says their favorite drink is water has this subconscious sense of superiority that their favorite drink is a healthy drink and it's like the healthiest thing on the planet. So they have this subconscious sense of superiority, and that drives me even more nuts. That drives me even more nuts. Water is like breathing. You only like it if something goes terribly wrong. Can you elaborate on that? Because I feel like I want to agree with you, but water tastes so boring, dude. Thank you. Thank you. There's nothing wrong with drinking water. There's nothing wrong with liking water. Water, again, when you're dehydrated, there isn't a single better drink. Water has no taste, but oh my god, I swear, when I'm dehydrated at 3 in the morning, water tastes like heaven. But to drink it as my only drink, and to be like, yeah, I only drink water, that is so boring. That is so sad that you don't get to enjoy the taste of anything. Like, that's all you drink? Or your favorite drink is a tasteless drink? Your favorite out of every possible color in the rainbow is the absence of color? Your favorite part about color is when it's black and white, when it's gray? Your favorite part about the song is when it finishes, or when it right before it starts? What kind of answer is that? What's your favorite color? Mine's purple. L opinion for real? Nah. I will stand by that opinion till the day I die. And my favorite part about this conversation is you can tell whose favorite drink is water, because the only people who disagree with me are people whose favorite drink is water. Only people whose favorite drink is water disagree with me. Which adds to what I was saying, that subconscious level of superiority. Nah, this guy just doesn't understand. He's not cool enough to like water. It's an L opinion. It's not a good opinion. He doesn't like water. I like water, so I understand. But he doesn't, so he doesn't. You know, his opinion doesn't count. It's a bad opinion. Because obviously, mine is a good opinion. This is a right and wrong opinion because I drink water and water is healthy. That is exactly what I'm saying. That fuels my hatred even more. Same thing with Pokemon. I will dislike a Pokemon, but if a Pokemon I dislike becomes popular, or on the other hand, an overrated Pokemon, I would dislike it just because it's glazed. So with that thing applied to beverages, in this case water, it's the exact same thing. It fuels my hatred for water. I will still drink water. I still do drink water every single day. And again, I will admit that water hits when it hits. But you only drink water, and to say that water is your favorite beverage is such a boring ass answer. And I will stand by that opinion. Don't care. If I was to ever stand by an opinion till the day I die, it's that one. There was no other opinion I believe in more than that one. Also, Poopy, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. You need flavor? That is exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Why is water so boring? Like, food tastes so good. It's a big part of social science and culture, but water just sucks. Yeah. Honestly, I really do believe that water is just not, like... That's why I said water sucks. Because it's nothing. It is literally nothingness. It doesn't taste like anything. Absolutely nothing. There is no taste to it. Water itself can feel like it tastes different based off of things like temperature or the way it was cleaned, if it was cleaned. But no. No. Girl, I hate you for not liking constant sugar drinks. How dare you? See, this is exactly what I'm saying, because this is the ego I'm talking about. I never said nothing about sugary drinks. I said nothing about sugary drinks. I mean, I did mention, you know, I did list that as an example, but This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say that water drinkers have an ego. Water drinkers have an ego. Because, like, why not milk? It is also very good for you. Why not milk? Why not natural juices from fruits? Why not those? No reason. No reason at all. If your whole thing is I like drinking healthy drinks, why would you pick the most boring one of them all? Plain milk tastes like shit? Nah, plain milk is so good. Plain milk by itself is so good. I would drink... Truthfully, if I did not share milk with other individuals, I would drink a glass of milk every single day. Or multiple glasses of milk. I don't because I know that milk is it's a resource for a lot of stuff. But... this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying, though. People who drink water and love water as their drink, or as their favorite drink, have an ego about it. They are so egotistical about it. And they feel like they have the hierarchy because water is like the most default healthy drink ever. Absolutely. They have this ego that, oh, geez, I'm drinking healthy liquids, so I'm good. I'm better. And it's like, there are other healthy drinks. And again, there's nothing wrong with drinking water. Bro saying cow city milk is better than water? Absolutely. Without a doubt in my mind. Without a doubt in my mind. Fun fact, your body doesn't need milk after done being a baby. As you get older, your body loses the ability to digest milk as well as you did when you were a baby. I believe that. That sounds about right. Which means I guess I just gotta start slugging down milk before I get old. Does something like Coke taste better, but I'd rather drink water? It's so boring. I just think that's such a boring answer. To be like, yeah, I'd rather, like, you know, I'd rather water. I'm just a water, please. Let me just get a water. Boring ass answer. You go up for a nice meal with everybody, and you're getting a water? Really? The fact that you think people can't enjoy water? No. See, and this is exactly what I'm saying. Because I've been saying this whole time that you can enjoy water. Never once have I said that enjoying water is bad. Not once. I've said so many different times. Liking water is good, and water hits when it hits. But having it be your favorite is crazy. But every single time that this conversation comes up and somebody disagrees with me because their favorite drink is water, they always A, twist words incorrectly, and B, bring up the hierarchy of my drink is healthy and yours isn't. It is a subconscious ego. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. What if I spill Coke and get sick all over the place with water? That wouldn't happen. Okay, well, here's the counter. If you spill a liquid, no matter what the liquid is, you should be cleaning it up. Whether it's Coke, milk, water, juice. Doesn't matter what it is. You should be wiping it off anyways. No matter the case. So if you're saying that if you spill water and you leave it, that's a different thing in itself. That is a very, very different thing in itself. Bam. I drink water because I go out and I'm athletic and heat stroke scares me. Can't live off of strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. I cannot believe you like that. Maybe it's because it's Canadian. I do not like strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. But I respect it. And yeah, like again, water is good for you. Like I'm not like to like water is not a bad thing, and to drink water is not a bad thing. And I'm not saying to not drink water. I am saying that water being your favorite drink is a boring answer. I think that is such a boring answer. Like, to drink only water is so boring. I think that's such a boring answer. And I think the absence of logic is, like, very, very... what's it called? Apparent. In a lot of things. And we say hydrated on as if a different story. But yeah, you can say hydrated off of like coffee. Dude, that whole, by the way, just a different thing. The whole thing that coffee dehydrates you makes no sense because coffee is like 98% water anyways. And coffee is amazing. This is coming from somebody whose favorite drink is coffee, I would like to say. So the whole the whole thing that if you you can't like water argument makes no sense. When my favorite drink is 98% water, whatever it is, 99% water. Just plain water is so boring. It is the most boring drink out there, by far. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. Bum, bum. Your DNA is like 80% banana. Are you a banana? No, it didn't taste like banana. Yo, call me Aaron Yeager. You're already 70% water. Why need more? Water monster. Mmm. Water monster. Now we're talking. Coffee doesn't dehydrate you. Caffeine does. Yeah, but people don't know that. I agree. 100%. I don't even... Not that I agree. That is correct. But people don't know that. They just say that coffee is dehydrating. And it's like, well, not really. It's caffeine that dehydrates you. And the amount of coffee or the amount of water in a coffee usually negates the dehydration that comes from caffeine. Especially, I drink instant coffee too, which is quite literally coffee beans and boiled water. So it is literally like all water when I drink. And then, you add your creamer and whatever else you add to it too. But I hope he pays on 2 gumshoes at once. Me too, because that would be a famous internet web clip. And I would become super famous and cool. People are like, whoa, Oshawaves, that's so cool. You got 2 shinies at once. That's so rare. That's like a 1 in 1,800,000. Wait, where'd the number go? Why did the number just disappear? 1,863,225 chance. Whoa, that's so cool. I'm like, thanks guys. Yeah, I do this every day. What can I say? I do this every day. I'm back, chat. Did you miss me? Hi, Booby. Welcome back. You missed the Oshawaves versus half of Twitch chat war again. Oh. And you got banned. See you later, Catsurf. I did. I don't know who you... Fair. Again? Yeah. You did. Bum, bum. Where'd you go? That is the question. Bum, 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 bum. Was there other places the percentage of people like this tolerant is much lower because they have a lot of dairy products? Oh, true. I got cheese? Of course he did. Cheese. Mmm. Mmm, Chesburger. Poopy for chat president. Hell no. Hell no. I am not letting Poopy be no president. Oh no. She's been doing everything. This man is just a cheese obsessant. What's up, Max? How's it going, homie? How are we, dude? You can't say that? Yes, I can. Being a president has absolutely nothing to do with Pride Month. The beverages that are more useless than water are not... Okay, no, water's not useless. Water is not useless. Water is very important for your body. That's just boring. And I very much want to alliterate that. Like, it's boring. It's not bad for you. Water, by no means by saying it's water bad. It's just a boring drink. But... I do agree. Non-alcoholic beer and whiskey is really dumb. But no, people, non-alcoholic, it's not even that it's dumb. It's dumb to me because I think alcohol tastes terrible. But there are people who drink beer for the taste of beer. That's why they invented non-alcoholic beer, so that way you can enjoy drinking a beer without worrying about getting drunk. That way, hey, you want to go with a couple of your buddies and you're driving, like you drive there. You get non-alcoholic beer so you can also drive home safely. Like, I get it. I think it's stupid because I don't like beer, but I get it. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, what's up, Swag? How we doing, homie? Hello, hello, hello. Cheers, Poopy. I'm good, however, I did spontaneously get a tooth gem the other day to discover that I lost. What is a tooth gem? What is a tooth gem? He's drinking water. Get him. I know. You guys have to pay channel points to make me do that. Otherwise, monster. No, I will admit, I do not like that I drink Monster. I consume it for the caffeine. Cheers, sir. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, water being a boring drink. And then chat hated me, or half of chat hated me for it. They did not like my my opinion on water. If I wasn't saving, I would make you chug. I don't think I'd be able to chug. I'm not dehydrated enough anymore. I was able to chug no problem because I was just naturally dehydrated. Which was not a good thing. I'm way more hydrated now, so it's a lot harder to chug, but... When I go camping, though, when I'm camping, I am always just so dehydrated that there have been, every time I go camping, basically it becomes a regular thing that I'm like, Mom, where's the water bottles? She'll tell me where they are, and then she'll watch me as I go grab one, drink the entire thing, and throw it out. And then just act like nothing happened. That is a very consistent thing that I didn't even realize I did until she pointed it out, and that made me become aware of it. So thanks for making me become self-conscious, mother. Like a plastic gem glued to your tooth, like as an accessory? Oh. Why would you do that? Monster tastes like battery acid, yummy yum. Well, there's so many different flavors of Monster that to say the entirety of the brand tastes like something, it's just, I feel like that's like saying all soda tastes like... Every soda tastes different from one another. I'm not defending Monster, I'm just thinking that to say every Monster tastes like battery acid, I just don't think that's right. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say they're great. Like, again, I hate the fact that I drink it, so don't think I'm trying to be, you know, Monster's White Knight, but... You only drink energy drinks? Good. For fun, but it was not my professional. 30% of the cost went to charity, so I did it for that. That's cool. Okay, yeah, that's a fun way to... Yeah. And that gives you a story. Definitely stinks that it's stuck on your body for another year, or in your mouth for another year, but... At least you did it for a good cause, you know? Next time I'm gonna donate? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I drink Monster, and the one that doesn't taste like it is the coffee ones. The coffee ones are good. I love the coffee ones. Dude, Mocha, was it Mocha Loca? There's one that's really gross. Yeah, I think Mocha Loca's really good. Is it Mocha Loca? Hold on, I gotta look now. Salted caramel has the best aftertaste in a beverage I have ever tasted in my entire life, by the way. Just saying, if you drink drinks for the aftertaste, salted caramel will be your best friend. There is not a single beverage that has a better aftertaste than salted caramel. Monster. Coffee Monsters. What's the one that's like solid? Mean Bean. Yeah, no, Mocha Loca's the gross one. Mean Bean's the good one. Mean Bean is pretty damn solid. It just tastes like a not like a shake. Kind of like a shake. But it's not as thick or like dense. I don't, is that the right word? Dense? It's not as thick. Like you do, it's not carbonated, first of all. It's not carbonated. Or if it is, you would never know. And it's like a shake, but it's not thick. It's in a can. Really yummy. Actually, really yummy. I remember when I was working at Walmart, I would slug those back every day. Only one a day, of course. Moderation, but... I have returned from my 2-month confinement, and I'm back, so yippee. Welcome back. How was your confinement? Did you do lots of developing and self-reflection? I love coffee flavored energy drinks. I just wish there was 0 sugar. Those will probably become a thing. I 100% agree. Those will probably become a thing in the future. Because everything is becoming 0 sugar. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the 0-calorie foods. That's going to be interesting. Because that's something that people like. If you can make 0-calorie beverages, how can you make 0-calorie drinks? Or why can't we make 0-calorie foods? Or very, very low-calorie foods. I'm looking forward to that. Because that's going to be very interesting. It's either going to be the worst thing for you or the best thing for you. There's going to be no in between. And I know that there are 0-calorie foods out there that are very low-calorie foods, but they taste like shit, bro. I'm going to be real. Celery is so gross. What would you want a 0-calorie for, even? To not gain weight when eating food. That's the whole point of 0 calories. It's to prevent weight gain. Yeah. Yeah, weight gain. What's the point of the food, then? Literally that. To consume it without gaining weight. Literally that. To consume it. It's the whole reason that 0-calorie drinks exist. Or low-calorie drinks exist. To drink them without gaining weight. Celery is one of the very few truly L vegetables. Yeah, celery is walking L. It's a walking L. You will never, ever catch me being like, celery. I tried. I really did. I tried to force myself to like it because celery is like a negative calorie food, actually, because your body uses more calories to process it than it, like, you gain eating it. Like, to break it down and stuff, let me break it down for you, Mark. Your body burns more calories breaking it down than you do eating it, so. Changing the topic, cats or dogs? No. You are not one to control the topic of this Twitch chat, and actually, to spite that, Joe Mama. That is my simple statement. We have the regularly sugary and sugar-free monsters, the punch ones, and a couple extras. Oh, yeah, you get less selection than we do. America has so much selection, and then it's like, in Canada, the selection is like, I would say cut to a third. But then beyond that, overseas countries, I imagine you guys have even less. Or maybe like about the same. We don't have like a large variety, but probably have like more. At the very most, we have the same. If not, we have more. Also, if someone phased twice for 50% Mawile, what did you phase on? You got a Zubat, right? What was your other phase? We don't have salted caramel while I am? Oh, that stinks. That stinks. I'm flopping an Onyx today. 07. Hey, at least you got Rock Snake, Peanuts. What do we have, chat? What do we have for encounters? Have we reached 1K yet? Now 8 more Maflops. No! Anything but more Maflops. No! Oh god, no. Dogs are the only animal who are not autistic by human standards. Huh. Oh, I thought I was running around on both. Oops. I thought for a second that Pelipper was shiny in my peripheral vision. I was gonna cry. Gotta go again. Good hunt. We'll see you later, Scotto. It was good to see you, homie. It was good to see you. I went to call you. I don't know why I'm calling you both Swag and Gato, but it was good to see you, dude. I hope you have a good rest of your Monday, brother. I should get thy Grebe Glorb. Alright, hey, let it be known. If I get a shiny Pelipper, I'm banning you permanently. I really hope you know that. And I need a mods to remember that. If we do get Pelipper, permanently ban Giratina. Do not abandon them. This is not a joke. Permanently ban them. No troll. I mean Duosion. Oh, you know what? Then I would like to retract my statement. I would like to retract my statement. Is Duosion not bird Pelipper? Well, I would say this thing is more like a blue than a green. Like it, personally, I think like a cyan blue. I could see the argument that it's green though. Glob and bird are the same, but you said glorb. There was no O in glob, or there's no R in glob. But there is an R. There's no R. Wow, English. There's no R in glob, but there's an R in bird. And based off of the way that you type in Twitch chat, it is not crazy for me to make the assumption that glorb is bird. Or burb. Bam, bam, bam. I would like to say that actually. Bam, bam. When you ain't typing in English, it's hard to tell the lore. Hard to know what you meant. This is why we type in normal English. To prevent confusion. Yeah. Nerds. Actually. Should we play Wordle? Should we do today's Wordle? Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it because I want to do it. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna start off with what is a freaky word that does not give a lot of good information? I'm gonna say no, it's not a word. Wow, why can't I think of a single? I need a random 5-letter terms. I literally just saw terms at the bottom. I could not think of a better any 5-letter word. And I cannot see chat, so any suggestions you make I will not see. So we got ER. It's not in that order. It could be let me be clear. Okay, so it's E in the middle. There's no S, so it's not like XXERS. It could be ERT though. And if there's no IO, I feel like it's gotta have an I or an O in it somewhere. So maybe it's like R E. This is like retro, but no. R blank E blank blank. Maybe, I don't know if it starts with an R. I just know there's no R, and well, obviously there's no R in the middle. What is a word that has R that's 5 letters with E in it? That like, I like reaps, but all that does is tell me if the R is there, and maybe there's a P. I already know there's no A. I already know there's no S. So, no, nerds wouldn't help either, because nerds would have the R there, which I don't need. I know the E isn't here either. Dude, wow, my brain is just blanking completely. No, that's even even spell wreath. So is it REATH? There's no T though, so that doesn't. Wow. Or maybe it's like PR. Oh, okay. Well, it's not. Oh, well, obviously it's not pride because of the E's there, but okay. PRE. PRE. Wow, I feel like this is an obvious one. I'm just like kind of blanking so hard. PRE what? PRE. There's no C. Pre or pren. Wow. Wow, this is not a good look. This is not a good look. Wow. I cannot think of a single one. Pregnant man. Okay, it's not pregnant man. Reef? That's not even a word. What the hell is a 5-letter word that's PRE? What in God's name is a PRE word that's 5 letters? I think it's an N. Frenny? Is it E? Fruit? No, that's not. Okay, so I didn't even know there was a word in the first place, and that wasn't it? P-R-E-X-N. Green? What does that even mean? No. Hold on. What does that word even mean? Green. Of a bird. Straighten and clean its feathers with its beak. Dumbass word, bro. Or why did they sponsor you today? Why was today's Wordle sponsored by you? I didn't even know that was a word. Didn't even know. Okay. Alright. Oh, hold on. No, we gotta do Pokedoku. Can't do one without the other. We can't do one without the other. Hold on. Run it back. We gotta do Pokedoku. Hold on. Let's play. Okay, so it's a fighting dual type. I'm gonna go... Is Clobbopus... Is that octopus water fighting? The Gen 8 octopus? I can't see chat again, so like me asking there's no answer, but let me know anyways. I don't think it is. I think it's just pure fighting. A dual fighting type. Okay. Oh! Wait. Yes, okie dokie. Okie dokie. 0.8%. That's a good one. Paldea plus Area 0 DLC. So it's just a dual type from Paldea? A dual type from Paldea? Bombardier. 1.6%? We're cooking. A dual ground type. Okay. Let's think weirdos. Let's think Pokemon that you forget are also part ground. Do you think of the Pokemon you forget it's part ground? Larvitar. Or is it Pupitar? Wait. One of them is part ground. One of them is part ground. It's not Pupitar, is it? It's Larvitar? Yeah, I'm gonna lock in Larvitar, right? 0.8%, baby. Who the hell remembers that guy's ground type? Nobody. Nobody. I don't. I've always thought they're just pure rock. A first partner fighting type. First Pokemon or their evolutions. I'm gonna go Hisuian Decidueye. No, I gotta go Chestnut. 8.2. Yeah, people be forgetting about that gamer being fighting type. I did for the longest time too. First partner from Paldea or Area 0 DLC. From this region. Must be the first Pokemon type or their evolutions. Okay, so of the three, I think Quaxwell is the most forgettable. 19%.
He says your fat face is in the way.
Oh, ha. Thanks. You're so right. You're so right. Let me just, oink. Good call. There we go. Okay, so first partner. Area 0 done. Ground type first partner. A ground type starter. You got Torterra. Grottle's not ground. I don't think it gets ground until it's there. You got Torterra. You got... I'm thinking about like... No, the Hisui ones aren't ground, right? No, that's dark. Venusaur, Blastoise, Feraligatr, no. There's no ground there. There's no ground in Gen 3. Swampert. Mudkip's pure water. Is Marshtomp ground? Marshtomp's ground, right? Yeah. That's a terrible answer. 25%? Yikes. Was Torterra actually better? I should have thought about other ones. Gen 5? No, Emboar's not ground. It should have been. Gen 6? No ground. Gen 7? No ground. Wow. Mega Swampert. No, the correct answer is Mega Swampert. It's Mega Swampert. Absolutely, it's Mega Swampert. That's the correct answer there. Whatever. Final Evolution Fighting type. Final Evo Fighting type. Okay. So what's a Pokemon that becomes fighting type upon I would say Chestnut. I would say Chestnut again. Honestly, I wish I said Chestnut again. But I feel like Quackable is like too common. Is that a common? It's a starter. So there's a, no, it's a starter. So the answer is yes. A unique. Oh, what is his name? I was just thinking about him. It's the octopus. It's the octopus. What's his name? Oh my god, what is your name? It's not, it's what is the little one called? Clobopus. Clobopenis? No, it's not that. Oh, Graplock. Graplock. Yeah, it's Graplock. Yep, you. 4.3. Wow. I love that. He's up there with forgettable Pokemon for sure. Final evolution from Paldea. I'm thinking of the Art Monkey. I don't remember his name. Is there any other like weirdos? What is the weirdest Pokemon from Paldea that you can think of, chat? Let me know. So I can look back in time and be like, wow, you guys have way better answers than I did. I think of like a weirdo from Paldea. I just can't think of like many Paldea Pokemon right now, to be honest. Which is crazy because I'm literally going through the game. Plus Area Zero DLC. There's no evolutions in. No, Terapagos doesn't evolve. I was gonna say Terapagos, but there's no evolution legendaries, right? No, Miraidon doesn't evolve. Those guys don't evolve. No, there's no evolution legendaries. Wugtrio? Oh. Pokemon, wait. Does Annihilate count? I want to say Annihilate. Does that count though? The Pokemon originates, but Annihilate's not, he's not weird though. I'm gonna go Wugtrio. Is that my final answer? Or Wugtrio or Grafaiai? Oh! No. Revavroom. I think that's a good answer. Revavroom. Yeah, 1.6. That's a good answer. Final evolution ground type. What's Toad Scroll? Okay. Did I do good? Unique of 65. Is that bad? Yeah, I think these two tank it a lot. Okay. The most common picks. Quaxwell was the most common pick. That's crazy. Quaxwell's the most common pick. I guess people just try to pick the weird answers. So honestly, if most people are like, yeah, I'm trying to get unique, so I'm gonna pick Quaxwell because Quaxwell's unique. I think it's better to pick basic answers and not overthink it. I didn't pick any other common answer, honestly though. And least common, I'm guessing right now this is Mega Swampert. That was the best answer. Quackable was the best. I thought people would have picked that the most. Okay. Pheromosa? Yeah, Pheromosa, good answer. Chi-Yu. True. Chi-Yu, that's a good answer. Gibble. Gibble's the least common ground dual type. Wow. That's surprising. W pick on Chestnut, W pick on Marshtomp. Hisuian Decidueye? I thought the starter would have been too basic, but I was thinking about doing the other starter. Houndstone beat Revavroom by 0.2, and what's funny, I thought Houndstone as soon as I typed in Revavroom, because I saw Graveyard show up. I was like, oh, Houndstone's a good pick too. And Wormadam Sandy. Yeah, honestly, not bad though. Not bad. 0.3% off, 0.4% off. That was rough, but 0.2%, 0.2%, 0.8. Not bad. Honestly, not too bad. Huh. Cool. This guy has a type for Pokemon. I can see it. All right. Wow, my brain just farted so hard. Hold on. There we go. I had to put myself back. Cool. There's our Pokedoki for the day. Ladies with gentle hands. Alright. Hello, chat. I can see you guys again. Hi! Graplocks. Yes, I could not remember his name for the life of me. Welcome back, Cordy. How we doing, homie? Not Bramblegask? Oh, Bramblegask. I said Gask. Bramblegask. True. I'm surprised Rapska wasn't on there either, actually. Click on Marshtomp at the bottom? Why? I already closed it, but why? What's up, Poggies? How we doing, homie? Does it show you, like, the other picks? Or the percentages for other picks? If I go back, will it let me... Click on Marshtomp at the bottom. Oh, it shows you. Swampert was 30%. Oh, okay. Oh, Zygarde actually just... Zygarde, Gibble, and Swinub are three-way tie, actually. For that answer. I'm back once Yana's making pancakes? Ooh. Are you making bacon pancakes? Well, that's the question. Making bacon pancakes. I don't know the words to that song, but I know it's... It do be a banger. Pancakes sound good? They do, bro. They do. I agree. Amen to that. Pancakes are delicious. It's been a minute since I've had pancakes, actually. Hikey, damn. I clicked... Whatever. I could do it this way, actually. I clicked too much. Oopsies. Also, we're stupidly close, bro, to odds, which is not a good sign. So if a shiny wants to bless me right about now, rumor has it that'd be pretty cool. You know, Alola is known to be the very generous region when it comes to me and shiny hunting. You know, it always is nice to me. So don't be mean. Don't make me go over odds. Bitch. Crepes over the thick pancakes? I've never had crepes. I've never had a crepe. Pensive emoji. Do your pancakes sing? Or do they whisper secret lore to you? My pancakes usually just taste good. True. Honestly, me too. But my pancakes also sound good. They sing to me. Sometimes they sing Screamo. Sometimes they sing... I don't know. Some pretty damn cool music. The pancakes get laid and make money? Damn. Your pancakes have to teach me. Who lives in a crepe country? Canada's a crepe country? Boo! Why are we booing? I mean, what did I do to deserve such boos? Yo, what's up, Santi? I'm doing good, bro. How are you, homie? How are you? How are you? It's a French food? Oh, well, believe it or not, je ne parle français. Je ne parle français. Je parle un peu français, mais... Maintenant, je ne parle français. No. Get a shiny yesterday for the pet? I did get a shiny yesterday. Actually, I got 2 shinies yesterday. Count them. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Haktua. Sounds gay? Oh. Oh. Well, that's not very nice of you to say. That's not very nice of you to say. Shiny face. Bam. Bam. Crepes are the original pancakes? Oh, well then, I mean, hey. If pancakes, I mean, if crepes are so good, why do pancakes exist? I'm just saying. If crepes are so good, why do pancakes exist? If you create perfection, you wouldn't then try to recreate perfection. So maybe crepes ain't all that good after all. If crepes came first, pancakes gotta be better. But I'm at 4K instead of almost 30. Well, I would feel bad, but truthfully, I don't. I got shinies. Let's have a shitty version of a lot of European things and give them the same name. Did you say perfection? I did. British. Sure, Europeans. European? European. I just insulted half of my viewer base. And I do it again. No phases? Not yet. Not yet, Kage. You can't tell me American football is bad. No, but I do think calling it football is really stupid. I do believe... I am on the European side for this one. I think calling it football is really stupid. I understand the logic that the ball is a foot long and you guys use, like... It's just... Football is based around your metric system. Or not your metric, your measurement system. Like, if you guys didn't make your own... I'm not saying you guys, like, you directly, but I mean, if Americans didn't make, their own measurement system, it wouldn't be called football. It's just boring rugby? What about it is boring? See, I don't think it's fair to call it boring when it's like one of the most popular sports in America. Simply put, it wouldn't be popular if it was boring. I think objectively that's just wrong. I don't watch it myself, but stats don't lie. Numbers don't lie. If more people watch American football than rugby, then one is more appealing than the other. Tackle ball instead of football. True. The Pokemon version. I get behind that, but sports is so fun to watch. I don't enjoy watching it. I'm not hating on it. I don't think it's a... Like, if it was boring, people wouldn't enjoy watching it. I said the demographic for American football is truck drivers and 40-year-old lesbians. Though this is true, you could also make that argument for just modern sports nowadays. I feel like a lot of sports nowadays have that demographic. Or more so, more sports are becoming that demographic. As less and less people become interested in, like, newer, younger people become interested in sports. So the people who do watch it are more so now becoming 40. And lesbians, too. The rate of lesbians is drastically increasing. Which is a good thing. It's good for the economy. This is video now so I can lock in on Reggie's with my alt account. Hell yeah, dude. Well, good luck. Good luck. Non-Americans only watch it once a year at large. Okay, but people still watch it. People still watch it. At the end of the day, there's still people at the end of the day. So whether they're American, non-American, European, they're Martian, people still watch it. They still have an audience. Most fun team sports to watch is hockey and hurling. I don't enjoy watching sports personally, so what's the way to mean? Like, what do you mean? This means about other people throwing objects in a field, chasing them and getting angry when they lose that objects. Yeah, I agree. I just don't care for sports. I don't care to watch them. Sports were fun to play a lot as a kid. I enjoyed playing sports a lot growing up. I just did not care for, or do not care for watching, because I don't understand the hype. I'm also the kind of person who doesn't like watching people, period. Like, when I watch people play video games on YouTube, I want to go play that game. And I kind of just stop watching them and go play the game myself kind of deal. Can't really do it with sports, so. Other than a watch of sports. Yeah, exactly. Not to say that I played a lot of sports, but I very much so understand that. I couldn't play sports because of where I lived and I had no transportation. But I imagine in an alternate universe where I didn't live in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere during my peak athletic years, I absolutely would have been much more of a sports player. Absolutely. Like, gym was always my favorite class, dude. Baseball? Dude, baseball was so fun. Oh my god, I loved baseball. Same with soccer. I really enjoyed soccer. I just liked touching balls with my feet. That was really fun. I honestly think the Super Bowl is just America is the massive fundraiser to America's debt. Yeah, isn't it in the trillions? I think it's in the trillions, which is absurd. And it's like multiple. It's not just like a trillion. I think I saw it was like 3.2. Or maybe that's the world. Maybe the world was in debt. 3.2 trillion. 7 trillion or something? Well, there you go. There you go. Hey, you know, one teeny tiny little chip at a time. Like 36 trillion? Yeah. How was the... That's what I never understood. How was the world in debt? Who the hell are we in debt to? Martians? Like, I feel like realistically, a lot of me. Yeah, you're right, Maximus. You're right, bro. A lot of debt could just be canceled out. Like, a lot of debt could just be canceled out. Like, if America owes Canada $100 million, but then Canada owes Mexico 50 million and it owes the UK 50 million, you could just cancel that out and just say the States owes Mexico and that, like, owes that much. Like, that would decrease the total sum. Because separately, that's 200 million, but you just split it up, so it's 50 and 50. It doesn't work like that, but where's the main reason we're in debt? Yeah, because countries are so, you know, obsessed with spending so much money on military that we're never going to use. Or, like, we will eventually use it, but it's like... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this conversation I don't even want to talk about, to be honest. Let's talk about shiny Pokemon and how we're gonna get one right now. Flip the soccer statement? I said what I said. Shiny Duosion. Bring! Damn. One day. One day. Maybe they're like the highest military power for nothing. This is true. This is true. But... yeah. So weird, like... For why? For why? I wonder how much money is actually owed. Like, if you canceled out the debts like I was saying, so like if this country owes this country this money, but then this country owes this money, like country something, then the original, like, point A, like if America owes, like I was saying, America owes Canada 100 million. That's just random numbers, by the way. These aren't true, but America owes Canada 100 million. Canada owes UK 50 and Mexico 50 million. Just cancel that out. I wonder how much would actually be in debt if you just did all those cancellations out. Waves, when will I get my shiny in Cabo's gym? I'm at 1911 right now. Do you have charm or no? I love the Gen 7 shiny sparkle. Just the star is so fun. I agree. I also too am a Gen 7 sparkly gamer enjoyer. Every country owes Oshawaves $97 bajillion. Yep, this is true, chat. So pay your dues right now. Give me Twitch Primes. 1 in 4K. What was your last hunt? You physically... oh, right. Yeah. Because you don't get... that's the game you don't get the charm till 6th gym. You're right. I forgot. What was your last hunt? Jarvis, cancel the debt on my credit card. Then empty and change my diaper. Oh, to be Tony Stark. What do you think medical and insurance doesn't make any damn sense over there? That's fair. That's a pretty damn good statement. That's insane, me. Oh, I'm so glad Jarvis isn't real.
Handsome Muse Maximus says okay Alexa, now play top 5 nights at Freddy's.
Whoa, it listened to you. How did you do that? How can my Alexa hear you? I mean, it is right there now. How did you do that? I am built different. True. Alexa, shut the freak up. Alexa, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I was kidding.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Thank you. I just don't want my robot to hate me. Please don't hate me, Alexa. We're best friends. You're the only person who listens to my problems. The one who will talk to me late at night. As I curl up into a ball and sob myself to sleep. You are the only one who listens. Please don't hate me.
Reeves says hey Alexa, set a timer for 3,000 hours.
Unfortunately, no. There'll be no 1,000 hours set. Bum 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 bum. The Living Tombstone's coming to Dublin, but the gig tickets already sold out. No! Oh, 7. Yeah, what's up, Poke Nerd? What's good, homie? Hello, hello, hello. How we doing, bro? Welcome on in. How's it doing? I'm going awesome. How's it going? I'm doing awesome, so I can't read. I'm glad to hear that, dude. It's going all right. I mean, it'll be going better once we hear the ring. But until then, it's going A-okay. You know, no complaints. Boom. I lied. One day, we gonna get it one day. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? I've endured Mew. I've endured thousands upon thousands for Spoink. I can endure extreme on those shinies. And hey, it ain't over. We still got like, what, another hour left? Yeah, exactly an hour, actually. So who knows? Maybe we end the stream with a bang. Or some would say, a boom. A massive boom. You know what else is massive, chat? Low day perfect. I'm sorry. I would like to sincerely apologize. It is nothing more than a vocal stim at this point. Chat, I'm sorry. Can you guys find it in your hearts to forgive me? Take your shine like just for that? Well, I haven't found a shiny, so apparently there's no luck for you to steal, brother. No? Okay. Does you do half an encounter? Well, you like encounter it, but then, what's it called? You have like an encounter, and then it's like, you know, the encounter. Why is my, hello? Did my controller sets change? It did. It wasn't sprinting. Your game freezes right after. Bam, 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 bam. Thank you for the shine like routine. I appreciate it, dude. Bam, bam. I am so excited to like lock in though, dude. I need to get a new YouTube video out. I got a message yesterday, or I like not more of a ping from what's it called? Discord of which I just want to say this is the most wholesome interaction I think I've ever had with an individual who watches my videos. So I'm going to include this in the video simply because of how wholesome the interaction is. I'm gonna restart my game first though. Okay, that doesn't work. This individual joined the Discord a while ago. And they, hold on. Why is that? Did they delete their message? Hold on. I want to find the message. Yeah, no, so this individual joined the Discord server a while ago. And they basically, the TLDR version of what they said was, hey, love your videos. You know, me and my girlfriend watch you. She's just getting into Pokemon. And she loves the videos. I was like, that's super sweet. So like, shout out to the both of them. That was already really cool. Reading that message was super awesome. I will be honest. That was a very wholesome message to read. But then, on top of that, furthermore, yesterday they pinged me and they were just like, me and my girlfriend are concerned if you're good because you haven't posted in a while. And first of all, that was just really cool. That was just like, I feel bad, but that was just really cool to see. But then second of all, I want to upload more. Like, I want to be able to upload more so that doesn't happen. Like, that's when it's like, oh, okay, dude, it really has been a minute, huh? Really has been a minute, huh? So, that's why I really want to upload more. To all the silent people who just appreciate my videos for what it is. Because, like, those guys, shout out to you guys. You guys are the real ones. I want to see something. How long has it been since I've uploaded? Also, I hope that Igglybuff wasn't shiny. Because I didn't look at it. I won't be able to identify it. If it's shiny, I just failed the shiny. 07. In case we decide to use it later, and then I proceed to get... Shut up, Oshawaves, you fell off. You uploaded April 26th. Yeah, it's been a minute. 5 weeks. And you don't even have a video ready, so... Been a minute, but we had to lock in. Lots of videos flopped, so I had to, I have to lock in on a bigger project to get it done. To make the comeback. My dad didn't come back, but that doesn't mean I can't, baby. You know what I'm saying? Send them the stubby link? No. We'll see you later, Garatina. Take it easy, homie. Thanks for stopping by. Man, I'm glad there wasn't a predict today, because I'm glad I would have lost. What? What? No faith? Is that what I'm hearing, Star Khalib? Watch, we're gonna get 2 shinies right here, right now. Mr. Bing, Mr. Boom, Bing Bada Boom, Mr. Worldwide is coming in the room, baby. Here he is. If there was ever a Pokemon to represent Pitbull, it would be that one. I can see the similarities, to say the least. Did I not island scan? I don't think I island scanned. I think I restarted my game. Yeah, no, I didn't. I was like, dude, I feel like I'm encountering a lot more, like, other Pokemon than what I'm looking for. My dumbass did an island scan. Why is your app still paralyzed? Because I don't care enough about it to make it feel better. And I don't remember why. What even paralyzed it? Something did. And I just haven't fixed it. What did paralyze it though? I don't know. I did? Yeah, probably. It took one look at Handsomest Maximus, so I was like, that boy is everything but handsome. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding! I don't even know what you look like, please, don't hate me! Hopper. Misdirected anger, I guess. That's tough. I used glare. Is glare 100% accurate? I look like if you took a dad's look in the late 80s, early 90s and added a goatee. Rizzing up the huzz. That's a punch. You can only punch once a day. One singular time per day. I remember we played this game on stream. That was kind of a heater. I'm gonna be real. This game was kind of a heater game. Then Reeves stole my punch? Wow, Reeves, why would you do that? That's messed up, bro. Elmod. Meanie? Like Marini? Yeah, man. Give me an encounter. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. You know you wanna give me a shiny. Okay, I love this song, but it's too quiet. You know what? No. We're gaming, alright? It's time for the gaming music. Emphasize on the gay, because it's Pride Month. Yup. Yup. What do we have for encounters? Are we close? Are we edging odds yet? Ah. Great spelling reads, true. Tepic is hard? Wait, why is... Huh? Freaky ass Tepic, bro. What? What are you typing, Reeves? This is my moderator, by the way. I really believe I gotta reselect my moderator selection. Yeah, type 1 if you want to become a mod. Free of charge. 2. Wow. Reeves, you are a mod. Why are you typing 1? I can't wait to blow up and act like I don't know nobody again. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, I thought, I'm gonna be honest, completely missed something. Wait, what's the date today? That's 2nd, right? 1st? June? It's June, yeah. Because yesterday was Pride Month Day 1, so it's the 2nd, right? Was it 1 out of 5 correct? Yeah, dude, I saw J Flat. I think I saw, or somebody tweet something. I briefly saw it this morning when I was like just tossing and turning in bed. It was like only 4 shinies are found in the month, which for curry hunting, pretty damn high. For curry hunting, that's pretty damn high. Oh, audio jump scare. There was also 2 more Japanese players who found Curry Shinies this month, but without knowledge of Currymon. That's fire. That's fire. W. And we don't get the battle pass? True, bro. No battle pass for Pride Month? Honestly? Shame on Pride Month. Shame on the organization that founded Pride Month. Give the players what they want, bro. If they want a battle pass, give them a battle pass. Justice for the Pride grinders. Some people are max level gay and they don't even have anything to claim for. Like, they deserve a max level gay skin. Or some sort of something. I just saw a tweet I really wanted to read. Hey! I was literally freaking reading something. Only Pride people? Well, yeah, obviously. Pride Pass comes out in the middle of the month? Why so late? Oh, we are rapidly approaching odds, and I am fearful. I am fearful of the potential very, very long hunt. If I identify as bot for this month, can I scam the system? Unfortunately, yes. That is a what's it called? That is a bug they've yet to patch. I fear that is an unpatchable system. You gotta set verification. Uh-oh, alright. Unfortunately, Reeves, you gotta kiss one of the homies. Good luck, brother. Good luck, brother. What do we call music about being gay? Music? Right, rock. Oh. That's crazy. Don't tell Simba. Mufasa's the name of a gay pride. Mufasa's the name of a gay rock band, bro. And they call themselves Pride Rock. Peak. That's peak right there. Insert the gif for the guy riding with flames. That's me. It's the song that's like hit or miss, bro. I guess they never miss, huh? That was peak internet. I don't care what anybody says. That was brain rot, but that was peak internet. Can we go back to when the hit or miss trend was a thing? Before the skibbities of the toilets. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, man, show me a shiny. My knee is a little shy right now. My favorite hit or miss is the Oblivion version. What is the Oblivion version? Who needs bitches when you have shinies? True. Amen. Amen to that. I agree. I got a shiny Decidueye. You got a shiny Decadewey? Oh! See, bitches are temporary. Shinies are forever. Your shiny Decadewey would never betray you. It would never lie to you. It would never break your heart. It would never leave you crying at 1 a.m. on the side of your bed. It would never make you anxious about when it didn't text you back. It would never lie to you. Rat. Dude, poor Logan, bro. Logan's been shiny hunting for a Rowlet for like 2 months in USUM. He's been on that grind, dude. Like almost every single day. He's absolutely over odds, and I feel so bad for him. I hope he gets it soon. Because that's tough. Hit or miss, but a guy in a tinfoil armor who talks like a Skyrim NPC? That's content. Now we're talking. Oh, by the way, Chad, I have a question for you about Duosion. You see that little red thing where it's like noses? Is that its nose or is that its mouth? The little thing in the middle. Is that its nose right there? Or is that its mouth? Its mouth, then where's its nose? No nose? Well, why not? Give this man a nose. No smell-o-vision for Duosion? Why not? He deserves to be able to smell the delicious smells of freshly baked banana bread. Got some banana bread at work today, dude? Hell yeah. Wholesome ad video. Hello, Thicky Peck. Bro's only gonna smell his own goop, right? Oh, that's true. Yeah, because he's inside the goop, that's all he'll be able to smell. Okay, that's actually a pretty damn good argument. Bro is a cell undergoing mitosis. Is that why he's called Solosis? Because he has mitosis? Is that the lore of that guy's name? Because it's like mitosis, but there's only one, so it's solo. So Solosis. Bam, 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 bam.
If you guys get confused at
What
all,
the? Shut up. That's not what I wanted to do. Mitosis? Aww. Man. Creeper. 3.5 months for your Rowlet Fitty? You're almost over odds. It's okay. Scarlet Violet. Sun and Moon would never make me go over odds. We're too good of friends. It would never do such a thing to me. We're just getting really, really close for content. And it's suddenly past midnight here. I'm gonna go honk at me. Dude, we'll see you later, Maximus. Have a good slumber, dude. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good... Upper. Alright, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1,300 season encounters has led you to... Sun and Moon suck. Worst games ever. How dare you betray me? Never other... Okay, no, one time I went over odds in this game. Why would you betray me? We used to be such good friends. Now look what you've done. You monsters. Dude, this song is so good. Try to go over to the bottom left. Yo, no way. Huge. Let me hit the A-Drive reaction. Oh my god. You ever think that man like reflects on his life and regrets the amount of reacting he did? Because let's be real, ain't nobody getting that excited over a shiny. When you found hundreds upon hundreds, you ain't getting that excited for a shiny, bro. Like, growing up was realizing A-Drive faked his reactions. And that's okay. It made for good content. It absolutely did. Like, he was like one of the only shiny hunter to have hit 1 million subs, making exclusively shiny content, or mainly exclusively shiny content. So like, I ain't hating, but maybe that's what I gotta start doing. Chat, maybe I gotta start like freaking out over my shinies. Ears didn't bleed enough, wasn't accurate. You're right. You're right. It's crazy that this is a Smash Bros tune, by the way. This is a Smash Bros song. So good, but like Smash? I mean, absolutely. This song, absolutely. But when Black and White for Super Smash Bros for the 3DS stays on during sex. But it's insane that this is like a Smash Bros song. Other than this part, it doesn't sound right. That part don't sound right. The 3... Yeah, unfortunately. It's okay, dude. I gotta min-max my priorities, okay? You know, I can spend 3 seconds on sex so I can then spend the next 4 hours shiny hunting. Duh. Duh. It's a speedrunning tactic. Hello? Hello, Slowpoke. 3 seconds is a very long time. True. This is true. This is a pretty damn good argument. Not one I can argue with. I agree. The encounter times are a lot longer. But we're getting more of what we need, so. That's 3E plus 9 nanoseconds. That's not even physically comprehensible, is it? And a number with E in it is a really big number. This is true. Yeah, my bank account says E. Not to flex or anything, chat, but my bank account says E. The E stands for empty. But it still says E. Bum, bum, bum. I would say one. This to me isn't Tetris, by the way. This is the Tetris theme, but to my brain, in my brain, I don't associate this with Tetris. I don't know what I associate this theme to, but it ain't Tetris. Bam, 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 bam. Now give me a shiny. Give me a shiny. Bow, bow, bow. Wait, with that positive, you're just canceling out the nano? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got a mathematician here. To get the Sims 3 to run on Linux, wish me luck. You'll need more than luck, brother. You will need way more than luck. Good luck nonetheless, but you will need way more than luck on me. This is the blocks Russia and Kisan Teto or Tito. I have no idea who that is, but this is Tetris, so you're pretty close. Pretty damn close, I would say. Finally, Emmy got banned. It was Jesus, mods. It took you guys long enough. My lord. Thanks, Reeves. I mean, better late than never, but damn. Next. I'm sorry. Not again. No. Yes. Now we're talking music. Everyone wants a term. Damn. True. Rare Mods W. Dennis. No, it's not Dennis, chat. It's not Dennis. Justice for my boy Getsis. Is saying Tetra's a Vocaloid? Makes sense why I don't know what it is. Here's some? Nah. Getsis. Alright, you're banned, bro. Mods. I hate it here. I hate it here. Mods can pick me up. I am scared. You got the 2K for Sizzlepede. Cries. Shiny hunters when they go half over odds, they don't find a shiny. Not even over odds, just half odds. Bam. Bam. And this for 46 hours? You signed up for it. You signed up for it. Ain't nobody forcing you. You can put it down right now. You can put it down right now. Kansas. It's... I will never be able to not think of Dennis now. I want you guys to know that you guys have permanently scarred my vision of this song. I hope you guys all know you guys are permanently scarred. It's my vision for this song. But my favorite Pokemon. I got a Pokemon Batman. Deserved for what? That Getsus is so cool. He's just a badass who don't give a freak. And he is a freak. I'd wife him, to be fair. No, you would not. No, you would not. He would actively beat you. Bet. Alright. Alright. That's so stupid. The bleach from my eyes is currently on standby. For your eyes? For your eyes? I really feel like we're gonna get Ralts. I really feel like Ralts is coming. Not Duosion. I don't know if your husband would be happy about that. This is a valid point. Me think Duosion should be first? I will be right, because then I can dual hunt Ralts. I can't dual hunt Duosion. Well, I can, but... What's next? How? I don't want to battle How. I already did that. I don't want to battle How again. I wonder if the encounter table is shorter at night, and that's why the encounters are slower now. Take a little peek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, it is. Actually, it is. Bam. 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 These games are so fucking good. I just have such a delusion of perfection for these games. I love every second of these games. Do you know how people have a thing where if they made a specific celebrates free game, that's just with fictional characters? I could never. I could never. I mean, to those who do it, I respect the hell of it, but absolutely not. I despise that idea. I'm not hating on you. I'm saying, like, I would never, personally. Like a free pass? Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I wouldn't personally let that slide. Because that's just saying I'd cheat if it was the right person. And I don't, I'm good, fam. To those who do it, yeah, I'll do it. You know, relationships nowadays are very different than they used to be, but not me, bro. Absolutely not. Me personally, ew, but it's, yeah, exactly. Like, if both sides are cool with it, both sides are cool with it, it doesn't matter, because it's not my relationship at the end of the day, so who am I to criticize? But, like, in personal experience, I would not like that. Absolutely not. Spin. Now slide me a shiny, because I just spoke facts. This is like one of my favorite Tekken songs. Or Pokken songs, sorry, not Tekken. What is Tekken? What is that? Because I know Pokken is just, isn't it Pokemon and Tekken together, but... Is Tekken like an original universe thing, or is it just like a fighting game that uses fictional characters from other universes? I've never heard of anything Tekken, I don't think. Tekken. Oh, I do know Tekken. Oh, it's the okay. I do know Tekken. I lied. Though I don't know why I am looking at a very muscled up man with a lion as a head. That's Tekken for sure. Bum, bum, bum. That's such a cool concept though, honestly. If I'm being real. That's such a fire concept. Make it a fighting game, but it's Pokemon characters. Like, I know close combat exists, but that's a fan game. The fact that there's an official one is really cool. The happiest way I ever witnessed was a throuple. It was cool to see it work because you hear something about stories about relationships like that. It's able to work something. Yeah, and if it works for you, it works for you, you know? Who cares? But, yeah, that's a very, like, I rate it, but for them, like, I rate that they're happy. Thruple. Oh, modern society. Spin. Bum, bum, bum. I want to make sure it was shiny before I glugged. They needed to make sure it wasn't shiny. So that way I can hit my A drive reaction when I do find it. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you for that like, Reeves. Appreciate it, homie. How much longer we got going on anyways? Oh, haven't I? Okay. Oh, okay. Word. Yeah, I was a little late today. Shout out to Yappers. Not me, but Yappers. They do exist. Oh, wait. Oh, the evolution SOS is 3%. Oh, I thought it was 5. Oh. Okay. Completely off topic. The shiny evolutions are 3, or the evolution SOS is 3%. Damn, that's like... What are SOS odds? 271? Right? So 271 times 3% as a percentage is like, it's not 20. 5 is 20. What is or 3% as a fraction, I mean. Because a fraction becomes, oh no, like yeah, okay, maybe not a fraction. That's not the word I'm looking for. 3% is, oh, it's not education. Okay, yeah, no, it just can't be that dumbed down. It's not, okay. So it would be like what? 33.333, like, so yeah, okay, so 1 in 33. Damn. So with charm, the odds of SOSing a shiny Espeon or Umbreon is 1 in 9,000. 1 in 8943. I did round, but wow. Still something I want to do. Still something I want to do. Still something I want to do. See, but like, that makes Salamence not sound that bad. Like, Salamence is 27,000, right? That's not terrible. Like, that's not great. That's not terrible. I think that's totally doable. Especially if you run 4. If you're running quads. I don't know if I would run quads, but... the Psychic Shiny video is gonna come out in 25 years. Oh, we're almost done. We need 14 more. We're almost done. We got Mew and we got Spoink, which took 3 weeks, so those were the big ones. Unless like this takes forever too. But we're actually pretty close. And Meloetta is one of them, so Mellow ain't gonna be too shabby. I'd say like 70% done that. And then, I need to get mythicals left. Oh, we're doing Deoxys at the very end. We did Celebi forever ago, and then we're doing Deoxys as the very last hunt. Which won't take that, like, I think we're gonna get Deoxys in one stream. I think I stream for like 8 hours one day. Like the very last day, I'm just gonna finish and get Deoxys done. That's gonna be fun. Because we're gonna quad hunt that. How many traps are there in the end? 8. 8 damn flops. Don't worry, I'm using that footage. If we do fight or all the fighting shinies, you bet your ass I am not hunting for more matchups. Hell no. Hell no. Miss me with 8 phases on matchup, bro. I'm not doing that shit again. I'm using that footage. I am using that footage. Eight is crazy, yeah. We love 8 phases on. It might not be a 50-50. It was only matchup and Spoink. It might be 60-30 or 60-40, but 8 phases is always puts a little smile on my face. Watermelon man, welcome back, homie. How we doing, bro? Happy Monday. How are we, brother? Hi, Duosion. But you're not sparkly. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that, bro. I'm so very glad to hear that. Hell yeah. I also think for the next type only, I'm going to plan it a lot better. I will say, we would technically be done right now. But a lot of these other hunts are just rehunts that I want to do. Like, Solosis. I got 3 Solosis and Scarvy. Don't want to use Scarvy content. Ralts. Actually, this is for Curlia, which I got on Scarvy. Don't want to use Curlia. Don't want to use Scarvy content. Same thing with Spoink. Got Spoink and Scarvy. Didn't want to use Scarvy footage. So, we redid them all. But also, like, there's a lot of instances, like, in these hunts, I could have phased for Slowpoke or Oricorio. So with that being said, I would have done these hunts first, rather than doing Oricorio first, because if I phased on Oricorio here, then I got what I needed. Whereas now if I phase an Oricorio, I already have it, so I don't need it. Like, I would be a lot more time efficient with it. But also, I started this like 3 years ago. 2 years ago, not 3, sorry. I started this 2 years ago, so. It would be humans if somebody to stop, drop, and hunt from a flop next time you stream Oras. I freaking hate Oras. I'm never streaming Oras again. No, no, no. You have a prediction for Kabu Gym hunt? You didn't tell me what your last hunt was, or if you did, I missed it. Because I asked you after you told me what the odds were. I said, what was your last hunt? Or what was the last encounters for your hunt? Next 10 encounter. Next 10 encounters when he gets it? Alright, bet. If you're wrong, I have to ban you, but I bet. Welcome back to another episode of Clip or Cap. I am your host, Oshawaves, and we are back with Watermelon_man's prediction that we found the shiny in the next 10 encounters. Now, as you guys know the rules, notoriously, either we get a clip, finding a shiny in the next encounters, or we call them on their cap, and they get banned. Encounter number 1 is a normal Duosion. Encounter number 2 is a normal Ralts. So far, not looking very good. However, it's not over for Watermelon Man yet, as he has another 8 encounters to go to see if his prediction was right before he gets Thanos snapped. Completely long gone. Call that man Juice World. Let's move on to encounter number 3, where we have ourselves the one and the only normal Duosion again. However, it is starting to not look that great for Watermelon Man. We do have 7 more encounters to go, so maybe at the very last minute he can get his hope. Encounter number 4 on the left screen. All eyes over here, folks. Left screen encounter is a normal Ralts. Unfortunate. Encounter number 5 is ready to go, though. We are zooming, we are running, we have found a Pocket Monster, and the question is it shiny? It is, in fact, not. 07. Halfway there, halfway to go. 5 more encounters left on the board. The left screen, yet again, popping a repel for the one time, running it back, running in circles, running on the Taurus. Look at him go, look at him go. He to be zooming, he to be oomy, and zoomy like that one TV show, if you know, you know, W reference. Running on the red screen, the encounter number left is not a shiny as well. Oh my lord, it's not looking that good for Watermelon Man. What is he gonna do? However, encounter on the right screen, encounter number 8. I don't know how to count, my lord. Not a shot. No, that's number 7. Yes, that's number 7. I really don't know how to count, my lord. Unfortunately, things are not looking great for Watermelon Man. Running the up encounter on the left and the right, soon to be joining in synchronized gaming. All right, encounter on the left has been found. Encounter number 8 and encounter number 9 also loading in. We have a non-shiny Ralts and a non-shiny Slowpoke. 07. As we rapidly approach the last encounter, ladies and gentlemen, Watermelon's fate lies in the shiny god's hands. The question is, will they look down on him with grace? Or will they strike their might into the fear and unholy man that is Watermelon Man? Shiny encounter number 10 is a Lollipop, and bonus encounter 11 is also not a shiny. Moderators, you know what to do. Please ban Watermelon Man. Get him out of here. 07. Thank you guys for joining me on Clip or Cat. I'm your host, Oshawaves, and I'll see you next time. Mods, why isn't he banned yet? Fine, I'll do it myself. 07 indeed. 07 indeed. Thanks for playing Clipper Cap. I'm out of juice, man. No! Does that KO? It doesn't, because it's not stab. Huge. I don't know if there's enough mods here. Mod check. Bicular is lurking. I believe Star Khalib is at work. However, he is still listening. Air traffic is also... Days never finished. Master got me working, and I cannot tell you about the rest. Bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. I'm at work. Precisely. Alright, let me unban Watermelon really quickly. Wait, how do I unban this chatter? Two. Oh. 3. I forgot that he says 1, 4, 3. 2. I love this, the chorus song. I'm at work. This is true. You should quit your job, become a full-time Oshawaves viewer. You can pay me $20 an hour. And who doesn't like making 20 bucks an hour? I think it's a pretty damn good gig. You get to be a full-time Oshawaves viewer and 20 bucks an hour? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. It's probably gone? That's okay. If he ever returns, he knows he's not banned anymore. And if he never returns, well, then that's on me. But hey, Ben, that's how the game goes. Also, Eagle, thank you for the follow, dude. If you're still here. I know this was a couple minutes ago, so I sincerely apologize for missing it. However, thank you for the follow nonetheless. What do we have for encounters? 93. Where's also a long-term viewer? No, not again. I've already fallen so far from grace. Please, no, I can't keep going. Really hoping that if I plead, I'd get a shiny, but they just don't freaking care about me. No, run around in circles, Tauros. Give me that shiny, and if you don't give me a shiny, I will throw a temper tantrum. Duosion. I love this little guy. I'm gonna be real. The Slowsis line has a special place in my heart. They're just so cute. They're such cutie patootie little guys. Little gamer guys who are just little gamer guys doing gamer guy things. 4, 3. Guys, Colress knows how to count down. That's how smart he is. The purpose of the song was just to show that Colress is so smart that he is like one of the only people in the Pokemon universe at this time to have lyrics in his song, and it's him counting. Because numbers, math, and science. Shapes and colors and space and... Damn, I love Star Wars. My brain instantly went to Star Wars as soon as I said space. Brain might just be cooked. 1500 counters. I wanted to call out a 1500, but one more. One more wouldn't hurt. Man, 1501. Alrighty, gamers, game mats, everything between. Is anybody live? Anybody live that I can raid? I don't really want to like leave you guys blue balls, but no, dude. It's like every time I want to go raid somebody, nobody's live. Actively throwing a hitsy fit. Okay. Whatever. What can you do? Except for womp womp yourself. That is what we're gonna call it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Misclick. We did not get ourselves a shiny Pokemon, but that's okay. Vanny, I don't have no idea who that is. I don't know who that gamer is, and I don't want to rate people I don't know. So, unfortunately, no. However, I'll love you tomorrow. Sometimes I play 2:30 PM EST. You guys know the drill. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by. Make sure you drink water and a drink if you guys know the drill. All that fun stuff. Thank you guys so very much for being. I do appreciate it. You guys already know. Follow the Twitter. YouTube video, YouTube channel, VOD channel, Discord, Twitter. Click those fun links and you'll get free V-Bucks. I would never lie to you. I would never scam you. I promise. Not that link. Not that one. That's it for today. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. No shiny, but that's okay. That just means tomorrow we're going to get shiny upon shiny upon shiny. And with that being said, thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.